Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, there we go. Hello, everybody. Hope everyone's having a good morning, a good evening, a good afternoon, wherever you may be in this place we call Earth. I am Poppin' P1. Hope you all had a good weekend. I think it was good. Gonna be working on the short film tonight. I am basically done with it. All I gotta do now is just final mix it. Basically meaning adjust the audios, make sure everything is blended well, and the audio is not good. One source of the audio is not gonna be overlapping the other, or one's gonna be overpowering the other. So that's basically what I'm gonna be doing tonight. That shouldn't take too long. So I'm hoping that the short film will be out tomorrow. I'm thinking it's gonna be out tomorrow morning. That's the plan. And then I'm gonna be working on the next short film. That one I'm excited for. It's gonna be very interesting. Gonna be a bit different for how I'm gonna do it and how I plan to make it work, because it's going to be different. It's going to be different from what we're doing here in the short film. But it still ties into the whole grand scheme of things. So don't worry there. But I can't wait for you guys to see it. It's going to be a lot of fun. Every time I do short films, it's always fun. And I always try to bring something new to the table, so that way people know what to expect moving forward, a lot of things. So I'm excited for it, and I can't wait to show you all still what I got planned up in the back ends of stuff. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I can't wait. So tonight we're gonna be continuing on with Vera's floating record. That is the plan tonight. I'm hoping to at least get maybe 50%. If I can get to 50%, that'll be nice. I highly doubt it. We're gonna I'm realistically shooting for 45%, 40%. We're at 31% right now. But depending on what all is going to happen, I have no clue. I'm going to be shooting for at least 45-50%-ish completion. That way, when we go into Thursday, we'll be getting more closer to it. And then by the weekend, I should be done with it. Should be done with the floating record story. And then we get into the main story. And then after that, we get 2 more floating records. And then we're caught up, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be caught up with everything. We'll be caught up currently with all PGR stuff, which is going to be such a nice achievement when it does happen, and I'm excited to see how that's going to go, and I cannot wait for the short films for those ones. So it's so surreal seeing how far I've come, because ladies and gentlemen, if y'all look, I started at I believe it was the Vortex. Yeah, I started in the Vortex. No, I take that back. Disaster. I started in the Disaster arc. I started from chapter 14 when I started this journey of streaming in the YouTube. The fact that we're all the way up to here now, and it's been not even a year yet. Holy shit. We've been moving. All right, we've been moving, ladies and gentlemen. Otaro! Good day, P1. Good day. I hope you're having a good night, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. I hope you had a good weekend on top of that. Hope you were staying safe and enjoying your weekend. Yes, we're gonna be doing more floating record. We're getting closer and closer to being caught up, which is so wild for me to think about. So it's so surreal. It's a surreal moment. And like I said, I'm just getting started, and I can't wait to do these other short films, especially when the new patch drops, because when the new patch drops, it's going to be very, very good. It's going to step up my my short films a little bit more, knowing that I'll actually be able to incorporate what they are bringing into the atmosphere. So I'm excited for that. And then I got another short film coming out. I don't know when I'm gonna want to release this one, because I'm just gonna say I don't know when I want to release it yet. However, it will be coming out. But then I've got the other short. I got one coming out tonight or tomorrow. Sorry, I got one short film coming out tomorrow. I'm gonna finish that after stream. All I gotta do is final mix it, so get all the audios adjusted, make sure everything's blending well, and One audio doesn't peak over the other audio, so that's basically what I'm gonna be doing all night for the rest of the night. So it's gonna be an interesting night for that, and then I get started on the next short film, and that will continue to build off of what I'm building overall for this channel. So I'm excited for that. I can't wait to show you all. But I just gotta be patient. I know I'm hyping it up, but I promise you all, it is gonna be worth it in the end. I ended up having a conversation with my mom about it, and we had a really deep conversation about it. And she believes that She believes that I would do well with it, and I can't wait. And if I have the support of my mama, I got no reason to fear nothing on this thing flopping. I got no reason for this thing to not work out, because if I got the support of my mama, and to me, my family's everything. The fact that they back me up on it, man, I got no choice but to go. I got no choice but to do it. Like, get me hyped up. So, I'm excited. With that being said, I don't want to waste any more time. I want to get straight on into this, into the side story, into the floating record. We've got to make some headway. I'm in no rush though. I'm in no rush to beat it, especially with what I'm doing. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get right on into it. I'm going to pause the music, and then we get right on in it. All right, so we're on episode 9. Again, I want to try to get to at least 45%, 50% done tonight. If we can get there, that'll set us up nicely for Thursday. Oh, one more thing before we get started. These Asian ladybug beetles, whatever the fuck they're called, them things stink. I'll tell you what, them things stink. All right, I come home, and my mom and my little sister have the vacuum out, and so granted, they're on the top of the ceiling, so they can't reach, even with the extendo of the vacuum. And we had a fuck ton. I spent an hour just fucking taking the vacuum, putting the thing on it, grabbing up, and just snipping away at the ladybugs, vacuuming away. And when we went to go empty it, oh my god, that thing stink. Like, I forget that those Asian beetles spew out like a yellow scent as like a defensive mechanism, and oh my goodness, that thing smelled. I'm like, that did not smell before we started doing this. So it was ugh. Them fucking beetles are nasty as shit. It's gonna be an everyday occurrence until winter. Because once winter's done, then we don't see any more ladybugs. But it's fall now, so we're gonna be seeing them all over the time. So I'm literally gonna have to go home. Like, every time I come home from the gym, get the vacuum and just start spraying them away. So that's basically gonna be my chore. That's my chore for till winter now, which I don't mind, because we want to make sure the house is clean. We want to make sure the house is looking good and not fucking looking like we live in a goddamn rat house with ladybugs on the top. That's no. All right, ladies and gentlemen, episode 9, hatching. Let's do it. Oh, my music. Fuck! I don't got music. Hold on. I gotta skip it. But we're gonna go back to it. Hold on. We're gonna go back to it. I need my music up. There we go. All right. So at least it bumped it up by 5%. So here we go. All right. On the far side of time and space, I also take my first breath. Wait, what? Oh, I take my first. Okay, so this is the voice of the hetero creature. Okay, hold on. One foot steps forward, touching the ground. Foot, the other one. The other foot follows. Force down. Must go forward. Need to go forward. Stop. There is man. You finally arrived. My most successful creation. What the fuck does he got a rat? What the fuck? He's got a fucking rat. Oh man. I repeat and intimidate. This is the final door. I
When I open it, you may pass through, and on the other side of the nourishment, your need for your kind.
Male, touched, waves arms at me, opening for me.
Before I open the door for you, would you like to have a name?
Name.
Oh, you tilted your head. Are you just repeating what I said, or are you actually thinking about it? You're just like a monkey. Oh, wait. Maybe it could be... Wait. Could a monkey even get this far? I made it so perfectly. I'm dying of laughter.
Male, tilt head, dying of laughter. Dying of laughter. Tilt head. Something inside my body. Pulsing.
Oh, come now. Since I am the creator, you must be the one who I must be the one who bestows a name to you. How about Eve?
Creator. Eve. Eve.
Ha ha ha! Indeed! You are my most satisfactory creation. Truly worthy of being a child born from my genes. You will be the species that stands on this planet in the future. Brand new and perfect. You deserve this name.
Creator. Laughs. Opens. Door.
Come. I've opened the door for you, and the thickest gate is in the gene bank that has been unlocked for you.
I look toward the gate. I repeat. I intimidate. Gate. Black. I want to go inside. Creator. Crouches. Warms. Waves out at me.
Oh, come on now. Just step forward like that. Behind this lies your Eden. So make yourself comfortable and enjoy the fruit of life.
Steps forward.
Oh, don't be afraid. I'm not like the other gods who abandon humanity. I am the Lord who loves you the most. So the entire Eden belongs to you, and those apples won't bring any evil consequences.
Steps forward.
Follow your instincts. Go devour. Go seize. Go intimidate. Go learn and then go involve. Cross through this door and the guards inside can be regarded as the lowest excrement. Just ignore them.
Excrement.
Come on! Run!
Runs.
Run faster, yes!
Runs faster. Fast. Quick steps. Quick steps. I approach the creator with quick steps. I move like the wind, approaching the creator. I stop. In the creator's eyes, I see me.
Oh, why are you staring at me? You won't see your true self through a human's eyes. Keep running, keep running.
Creator stops. Waves. I must continue running. I move my legs.
Oh, that's it. Keep going.
I watch the creator. I step forward. I run quickly. I leave the gate behind. I enter the world.
The sound of wind and from running, the exhilarating sensation of striding forward, but the newborn Eve clearly hasn't yet comprehended these feelings. Eve quickly darts into a room filled with the transparent bottles and containers, instinctively concealing herself in the darkness. Oh, it's a girl? Oh yeah, Eve is a girl, Adam and Eve. Who's there? Anyone there? I'm supposed to be the only one on duty today. Nobody said anything about sending interns to the island. Eve's gaze penetrates through the spaces between the shelves, catching sight of the young person wearing a white coat. Excrement. So, okay, she's gotta have a girl voice. Girl/disordered voice. The white coat researcher, completely oblivious to the anomaly in the facility, slowly approaches the specimen rack where Eve is hiding. Arches her body. Fortunately, he stops right before the corner. Maybe I'm just being paranoid? It's not like this place is haunted. Jeez. The researcher shrugs while standing in place, then turns and heads towards another corner. As the researcher leaves, Eve leaps out from the shelves and pounces on the nearest set of specimens. It observes carefully, in a stacked glass containers. Countless living embryos tremble weakly, their movements impenetrable to human eyes. Cease. Devour. Eve bites through the glass, drawing the researcher who just left back to the scene. What's that noise again? Don't tell me we have mice in— Ah! The container in the researcher's hand crashes to the floor, shattering completely. He stumbles backward, pointing at Eve, his sword producing sharp, shrill sounds. The expression on his face is something that Eve finds difficult to comprehend. Excrement. Alarm! The excrement continues, screaming in Eve's eyes, clearly about to slam the red alarm button on the wall. Excrement, run. I take. 5 minutes later, the limp human remains slide off. The limp human remains slide off Eve, leaving behind trails of sticky blood as the last proof of its existence. Eve's purpose is to evolve. She physically eliminated the excrement and absorbed the twisted form of emotion from him. Switches to a terrified expression. Terror. Eve chews on terror, feeling a profound sense of shock and panic from deep within. An intoxicating simulation. No wonder humans voluntarily seek out terror in various activities. Eve changes into the excrement uniform, wrapping herself completely to conceal her terrified expression. She then steps out and walks down the corridor. She savors the genetic information from the embryos. Through completely learning all of it, it would take more time. No one passing by notices what happened in the small room. Everyone wrapped in the identical tank protective suits walked numbly through the corridor, brushing past her without a second glance. Excrement. Her gaze drifts across the heap of excrement, the bloodthirsty desire from the depths of her soul compelling her to act. But now is not the time. Resist. Keep moving. She is the first of the new world. She must overcome her most primal desires to evolve into a new, perfect human. A pair of fours. A pair of sevens. The card game has just begun. Several soldiers lean back in their chairs, listlessly tossing down a few low cards. Oh, what a pain. I heard that there's trouble outside again. The port nearest the island has fallen. They say quite a few people have died in the conservation area. It's madness. Looks like we made the right choice coming to this island back then. We've been stuck here for over a decade, but at least it's safe. These corrupted haven't managed to swim across the ocean yet. Hey, it's your turn. You're not gonna play against a pair of sevens? Hurry up. The senior soldier frowns at the young recruit in the corner, who clutches his cards, fumbling curiously to arrange them in order. Oh, it's my turn. Paw. Put the lights. Spitting your hand. No need. We're just playing casually. And we're not playing for stakes. You don't have to throw us easy cards. Oh, okay. I'll play properly. I promise. What are you so nervous about? Relax. You haven't been on the island for so long, you don't even know the situation here yet. Sure, there are some research projects running, and this place is but a gene bank. It's nothing mission critical. It's actually voted as the best place to the coast during retirement in the unofficial poll among colonel personnel. What? Oh, thanks for all you telling me this. I just... The young man's gaze drifts to the ceiling where a security camera emits a faint red glow. It leans in. It lends trained on the soldiers playing cards below. I just worried about the commas. They seem to be otherwise, so I thought security was really strict here. Who cares about those? Let those high lords watch if they want. It's not our problem. This damn world is ending anyway, so why not just enjoy ourselves while we can? Bell of Kings. What? He played a pair of eights and you just thrown on a pair of kings? The masked soldier in the corner silently nods, indicating that this is exactly how they intend to play. With an unfamiliar build, they deem the soldier to be another newcomer to the unit. Fine. I can't beat that. Your turn. Let's see how amazing your hand really is. The silent masked soldier slowly draws out a pair of cards and throws them down, making a crisp sound as they hit the table. Pair of threes. Ha ha! I was wondering why you were such in a rush to play those kings. Turns out you've been hiding a pair of threes you were afraid of getting stuck with. Go on. You youngsters take your turn. I'll cut you amateurs some luck. The senior soldier waves his hand dismissively. But the fives.
Her fives. Let me see. The way that guy's been breaking up combinations left us in a tough spot. Hey, it's already past 9. Why haven't those researchers gone to dinner yet? They're probably working overtime and getting chewed out again. A new boss arrived with their batch in the new guards a few days ago. Looked normal enough, but he's actually a total workaholic, forcing them to hit KPIs every day, turning scientific research into some performance metrics game. The senior soldier eyes the security camera, then lowers his voice. He really tears into them. Yesterday, he yelled at the researchers saying, "You can't produce any actual research. Damn better rations," and turn around and create disgusting abominations. He's not wrong, though. The duty room is filled with cheerful laughter, except for the 2 newcomers in the corner playing cards haphazardly. Maybe we should go check on them. Since I got here, I've been watching them no matter what. The research has always been trying to help the team and ate their meals on time, but today I haven't heard a single one from them. Not a single one. Those researchers probably caused a big commotion and got themselves killed, just like those old Golden Age movies where researchers recklessly try to capture monster embryos, only for the monster to escape and slaughter them all. That does that? Did that happen? The duty room falls into unanimous silence, and its mad soldiers turn to play, but they sit there holding the cards motionless. Now, why did you say that? Look, you scared, okay. Oh, I was just joking, don't take it seriously. Though there have been things elsewhere. Blaze Warrior! Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. Hope you're having a good one so far. How are you? Hope you had a good weekend. I'm finishing up. I gotta finish up my short film tonight, and then I gotta work on the next one. No rest for the wicked. Woo! No rest for the wicked, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, here we go. Another crisp sound of cards hitting the table draws everyone's gaze. The masked soldier throws down a set of jokers, covering a modest pair of 3s. Don't you understand the rules of the game? The senior soldier exchanges a quick glance with the middle-aged soldier, holding his card in one hand while the other slowly reaches toward his waist. But the young soldier has already drawn his weapon and jumped to his feet, kicking over the masked newcomer's chair. Take off your mask! I've been wondering who you are this whole time. I don't remember someone like you arriving. Shit! This hothead just went for it! The atmosphere in the duty room suddenly grows tense as the other 2 soldiers also draw their weapons and stand up, aiming at the masked soldier who's climbing to their feet in the corner. With 3 guns pointed at them, the masked soldier slowly raises both hands, attempting to remove their mask. Don't move! The senior soldier yanks off the mask before the other can do it themselves. A crude imitation of a terrified expression appears before everyone, twisted to the point of being unsettling. I'm doing all right. On the 8th of this month, I'll be doing my voice acting lessons. Hell yeah! Oh, that's not that far. It's like what, Friday? Yeah, Friday. I think. What's today? 4th? No, it's gonna be like Tuesday, I think. Yeah, Tuesday. No. I'm just looking at my phone. I think it's a Friday. No, it's not. It's the 8th. No, it's a Saturday. I was going off. It's a Saturday. Well, that'll be fun. Hope you learned a lot. Hope you get repetitions in as well, and just continue to have fun with it. Continue to have fun with it. Make sure you take care of yourself and just be a sponge. That's all. I know it's the same damn thing, but hey, it's those small things and the same repetition ones that make a big difference. Okay, here we go. Alarm bells blare throughout the facility. She takes off running. Eve dashes out of the duty room under the flashlight, flashing alarms. Unable to clean off the fragments of blood and flesh, she discards the cumbersome human clothing. It quickens its pace, hastily escaping. It pursues her. Stop it! A burst of gunfire comes from behind. It seems the old soldier managed to pull the alarm before dying, summoning a group of soldiers. Oh, it's to dodge. The duty room is... Holy fuck, it's a massacre! That thing is definitely a monster! Eve tries to use all 4 limbs, but her evolving body no longer adapts to this primitive mode of movement. She can only stumble forward on 2 feet. Trouble. A bullet penetrates Eve's shoulders, splashing foul-smelling black fluid. Her evolving blood hasn't fully formed yet, leaving only the substitute to transport energy throughout her body. What? Disgusting! What the hell is that thing?
Just search the research lab compromised too. Activate emergency protocols. That thing running ahead. As the excrement soldiers call out and more people realize something is wrong, the dark thing is definitely not human.
Trouble.
Increasingly dense firepower concentrates behind Eve. Impossible to escape, impossible to dodge. High-velocity bullets attack mercilessly, tearing her apart with recently formed shell that mimics a human body.
Trouble.
Crash out! She crashing out! Excrement! Thank you so much for caring about me and always rooting for me to do my best. Of course! Of course. In this world, in this very, very crude world, positivity is one of the better things to have. Yeah, fucking hell. Hold on. My fucking thing fell. Ugh. Okay. And boom. That one. There we go. We're good now. But back to what I was saying. Yeah, always got to support one another in this time, especially when you're in the building phase of trying to build what you want and chasing the things that you want. You gotta have people that support your vision, and at the same time they support you as well. Oh, and you support them. Sorry, my fault. So yeah, I'm just glad to see that you're doing it. Glad to see that you're just taking it one step at a time and getting 1% better each and every day. That's the most important part. So, screw it. Damn it. At the corner along her escape route, several armed figures suddenly rush out.
Kill it.
Eve lunges forward, opening her enormous maw. The sickening split of her face tears all the way to her ears, yet it's still not enough.
Devour. Eat the excrement.
Blood splatters, bones crack, flesh tears, and the sound resembling phallic being ripped apart. The human researcher head is savagely torn from their body, then swallowed in a single gulp.
Devour. Seize. Make. Learn. Evolve.
Eve rapidly processes the information obtained from the excrement, comprehending various complex emotions through the act of mastication. Among them, one particularly light emotion attracts her more than any of the other, far surpassing the feeling of terror. It nearly gushes from her chest, compelling her to express it no matter what.
So happy.
Eve perches on the shoulders of the headless researcher, unable to resist throwing her head back and flashing an absolutely radiant smile at her pursuers. Holy shit, that's fucking terrifying. The world's first new human, Eve, escapes from the gene bank facility and reaches the surface on the isolated island. She has devoured enough samples along the way, her body overflowing with information that is continuously processed inside of her. From the moment she crossed that doorway until now, this journey of rebirth has been nothing short of a complete success. If she jumps into the sea, even if she can't cross the vast ocean, simply hiding underwater for a while will ensure her complete success. In the moment before leaping into the sea, Eve turns back one last time to look at her pursuers. Her pursuers will never feel happy again because the swarm of Eve's kind has left a nest together. Every eye seeks to evolve. Every eye hunts the excrement. Oh, so so there's more of her. That's interesting. Excrement is excitement. Excrement is excrement, meant to obediently serve as stepping stones for the new human's advancement. Eve stares at the terror sticking in its faces and can't help but broadcast her happiness with wild abdomen.
Goodbye.
It stands out at the shore's edge and leaps forward in a single bound.
Leaps into the ocean. We win.
The bubbles formed by her plunge gurgle in her ears, a dense constellation congratulating the newborn human species. Eve surrenders to gravity's gentle pull, slowly sinking to the ocean floor. The countless genes she had stolen rapidly break down and evolve within her body. In each new moment, she sees countless meanings in the species known as old humans. It tries to understand everything, like how the emotion of the first human it encountered was terror, and going further back into its memories, the man who conceived its birth, the man who encouraged courage to take a break beyond boundaries, seek evolution, who bestowed a name, Heinz. His expression back then finally understands it now. Wait a minute, what? Go back. And going further back to the memories, a man who conceived its birth, the man who encouraged it to break beyond boundaries is okay. So Heinz is okay. Excitement. Suddenly, a massive wave surges from the distance, breaking it with the familiar aura of her kind. At this very moment, a ship from far away has sunk near the isolated island, and that ship carries the scent of punishing. Even more excitingly, Eve senses the solitary old human has fallen into the ocean. Oh shit! So this is happening as we fell in. This old human seems somewhat different from those other worthless scraps.
Quickly swims toward the old human.
The old human wears a thick combat suit, a garment that only absorbs water, a garment that only absorbs water while they drown, becoming like a boulder dragging its wearer down to the deep sea. Through the eyes of the punishing, the old human's body appears as if it's molded by spiraling threads of silk, emanating a faint glow. This is a person bound by the threads of fate. Is this a projection from some other world? Or perhaps I'm mistaken? And this is just an ordinary human struggling underwater? Presses against him with excitement. Regardless, this old human carries extremely rich information worthy of a taste. Eve's hand wraps around the old human's exposed ankle. She needs to devour information, but the punishing corruption rapidly rots the human skin, exposing raw crimson flesh. The hand gripping the old human's ankle instinctively loosens as a strange emotion rises within Eve's heart. Attachment? But the information carried by this old human is vast and complex, rapidly enveloping Eve. In an instant, her analysis of the entire old human species accelerates. In her days, countless old human voices seem to echo around her. Men, women, elderly, children, resonating through the ocean depths like a chorus of tower bells. The voices say, "You are my child, my precious darling. You are my little commandant. And I hope you can venture wherever you wish and make all your dreams come true." Whoa, 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 hold on now. Whoa. What? You are our hope. Oh, okay. You are. She finds herself captivated by these old human voices, rapidly developing a dependency in that sense of warmth. She can't help but eagerly call out, not with the caution she uses when addressing her creator, Heinz, but simply wanted to call this person as an old human would. Mother. Father? Mother? Hold on, we're telling we just adopted a child? Suddenly, the gravity around Eve intensifies sharply. She's brutally whipped away from the old human's ankle, and in the moment, yanked above from the water surface dangling in midair. Oh! Oh, shit! Oh, that smile says it all. She's like, "Oh, you touch him, you're dead!" Eve struggles frantically, water dripping from her body back into the sea. A woman with vivid red hair stands waist deep in the water. Her face so exquisitely crafted it becomes dangerously alluring, presses close to Eve's. Too close. I thought so. Why are the vermin on this island trying so hard to look human? What did you eat? What delusion convinced you that you could become human? Don't delude yourself. Let me tell you. She stares at Eve, slowly revealing a cruel, mocking smile. Little darling, you're nothing but a damned hetero creature. Terrified, Vera grips the oversized lance and drives it straight to the hetero creature's body. Wow, okay. Episode 10, Recovery. Strong hands pressed down. Oh, what the fuck? We're fucking in shock. We gotta get CPR on us now? You desperately struggle at the edge of the drowning, the bitter salt water filling your lungs, breathing unbearable pain that even you normally calm mind cannot process.
What just happened?
Yes, earlier you boarded that ship with Vera and Hanev, the one that could lead you to the treasure. Everything seemed normal at first. Babylonia was tracking the ship's movements, but after your group sailed into the sea fog created by the Ascendant, everything changed. Strange hetero creatures kept knocking at your doors, and eventually your group had no choice but to confront the Ascendant on the dangerous seas. Until the entire ship was sliced in half by the Ascendant's scythe, the waters surged violently, instantly sweeping everyone away and scattering all of you.
How can I possibly turn this around?
The most urgent matter is no longer how to defeat that Ascendant, but rather how to stay alive. The water pressure crunches against your ear canals, making it impossible to hear anything clearly. Everything before your eyes is gradually blurring. In a daze, you see death beckoning, a few more seconds of seawater. And you could officially be pronounced dead. Hetero creatures still ravage the water around you, with one similarly latching onto your ankle, but the pain of your skin being corroded hardly matters anymore. It's all just a small appetizer before the feast of death.
No, I gotta keep fighting.
The last cluster of bubbles escape from your mouth. But suddenly, a hand forcibly thrusts into the water, parting the sea like mosses, dividing the waters with tremendous force. Immediately after the construct's hand clamps around your wrist, start using tremendous strength to swiftly pull you up from beneath the water.
Follow my breath. Look at me.
Someone is pulling at your eyelids, not allowing them to close. A crimson figure blurs and sways before your eyes. Water droplets from your hair tips continuously falling onto your cheeks, but the beads of water tapping on your face fail to provoke any response from your body.
Breathe. Get water out of your mouth and nose.
Strong hands press down on your chest again and again, forcibly establishing a normal heartbeat. The next moment, a soft yet cold sensation approaches your cheek and quickly covers your mouth and nose, delivering desperately needed air into your airways.
Wake up, damn it!
The fishy sea water is finally expelled in large gulps. The burning sensation in your lungs subsides as they begin to contract. With intense pain, your body circulation starts to function again.
Congratulations, you're back from the dead.
You're awake. Take a guess at where you're at.
Heaven or hell? Take your pick.
Quickly assess your physical condition. Say something when you're fully conscious. Brief fragments of memory slip away as quickly as they appear, leaving only a void of question that trembles from your lips without any conscious thought.
Why isn't there a choice?
What?
Vera, you're injured.
Your vision is still clouded with darkness, but you instinctively notice the flesh wounds on Vera Garnet's frame. They're impossible to miss.
That Ascendant!
Can't tell. That Ascendant swept all of us onto this island. You can see for yourself what happened. Vera turns sideways, revealing the scene of the devastation behind her. Hetero creature corpses litter the ground, mixed with scattered human bodies. Their tattered uniforms identify them as soldiers. Hanif crouches nearby, checking their identities. Before you can fully process the situation, your eyes fall upon an even more terrifying sight. More hetero creatures are still alive, crouching in groups on the rocky beach not far away, locked in a tense standoff with the three of you on the other side of the shore. Meanwhile, Vanna's banner spear, Phoenix, is impaled through the chest of the Ascendant Lloyd, pinning him to the ground. Wait a minute, I thought that was Eve. Now this is interesting. Hanif stands up and gives you a sarcastic smirk. Oh, good thing you woke up when you did. Why'd it have to be the next on the chopping block for this woman on a vent at her age? If this scene wasn't gruesome enough already. I got lucky. By hugging that pipe, I was quickly washed ashore. You got swept up the sea by the big wave and disappeared almost instantly. Looks like a hungry hetero creature dragged you down to the depths for quite a while.
Yes. I remember. One of them latched onto my ankle.
A sharp pain shoots through your ankle, the sensation of punishing virus corruption now overshadowing the ache in your lungs and head. That one already fled in the chaos. The Hedo creatures around this island are so abnormal. Disgusting things. You should consider yourself lucky. If it was all, you could consider yourself lucky it only left with some flesh wounds. If it had been a moment later, that thing would have been torn your entire leg off. Vera looks to be in a foul mood. Yeah. Let me tell you about this damn Ascendant. At first, I thought he'd be a real pain, that I wouldn't be able to save you in time. But we had barely clashed before he completely exposed himself. Vera firmly grips the beer spear embedded in the Ascendant's body. The banner spear shakes, and Lloyd makes no attempt to struggle. For a brief moment, the light around his body distorts. The disguise created by the punishing dissipates, revealing a completely different appearance. Your offensive stance was certainly impressive, but in reality, you couldn't hold up for so long. So this is what you truly look like. Ascendant, I've also helped you shatter the stolen identity of yours. Vera's grip tightens around the spear handle as the blade crunches deeper into the metallic chest cavity, producing a grating sound that sets one teeth on edge. You cannot kill me. Even if you completely destroy my chest cavity, turn my body to dust, I will never choose to die. I can't abandon this body at any moment. But if I die, those headless creatures will lose control and continue their assault on you. Vera glances at the head of creatures crawling before her, her displeasure growing more evident. Anyone would understand her hatred for feeling held back like this, especially with her frame already pushed to its limits during the earlier battle at sea. So she could barely conceal her impatience.
Vera.
I understand. The Ascendant clearly sees Vera's condition and turns his gaze directly toward the humans behind her.
My intentions haven't changed. I need time. I need to speak with our human. I still wish to engage in peaceful negotiations.
If your ultimate goal is to take that person away, you can forget about it.
I'll suggest you reconsider. The Hedo creature that just attacked this person is essentially the first new human to come to shore. This just proves that even without an anchor point, a completely new evolution can begin, just in a different direction. I have no desire to deceive you. It's different, and you sense it too. Otherwise, you wouldn't just be so agitated.
Or is it one of your creations? Hearing this question, he actually falls silent for a moment, his face revealing subtle threads of confusion and contemplation.
No, it's not my child. To be precise, someone else gave that choice before I did.
Hey, I can't stand the way he talks. Can we pause for a second? I want to say something. I have good news and bad news. Which one would you want to hear first?
We always go with the bad news.
A suffocating silence spreads after Hanif's interruption. Seeing that neither of the deadlocked parties bothered to acknowledge him, Hanif continues speaking on his own. Okay, well, the good news is that I've discovered those soldiers are all Colonel's people. This island should be a Colonel territory, so I could try to seek help.
And the bad news?
It was Colonel's territory before, but not anymore. Judging by the number of corpses, I guess all the living people on this island have been completely wiped out by those Hedo creatures. Even if I am with Colonel, there's no one left to ask for help.
You know what? I'd suggest that you just shut up. What about Babylonia? The mission went wrong. They must have noticed by now.
That won't be a problem. The sea fog is cleared up and the signals restored. The signal disruption at sea was probably caused by the impaired fella. While Vera was busy fishing you out of the sea, I contacted Babylonia on your behalf. This mission is way beyond our squad can handle now.
Thank you.
Oh, forget it. Babylonia's reinforcements won't arrive anytime soon, and my problems haven't gotten any smaller. The Ascendant threat is still hanging over our heads. Isn't that right, our dear Ascendant? Everyone's gaze returns to Lloyd.
I've given too much time for you to think.
The faint moonlight illuminates the shocking wounds across Vera's body, along the Hedo creatures nearby, shimmering like dangerous tides.
No good. We need to find and buy time. At least, need to hold out until Babylonia reinforcements arrive.
Vera glances over and you give a slight nod of response.
Let's talk then, Ascendant. What's your reason for going to such lengths to speak with me? And also, this anchor point you mentioned. Are you referring to me?
Oh shit, the fact that we're even talking about that type of shit is fucking insane. Oh shit! Neo Zeta just came to say hi since I am awake. I hope you all are doing well. Whoa! Good. I think it's Danny. Okay, I'm gonna tell you right now. The reason why I'm able to see your Neo Zeta thing is because YouTube's something. I can't remember. Someone said something about it. But basically, forgive me for that. But glad to have you here. Or here while you can. I'm glad to see you doing well. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're staying safe. Hope you're enjoying your time as well. We're almost caught up to the story. Also, Danny, I'm going to tell you this right now. I think you saw the post, but I don't know if you did. I got spoiled by the main story. I'm not going to spoil it for anybody else because that's not right and that's not my place. And I don't do that. It's not my style. It is what it is. I was pissed in the beginning. I went to the gym because of it, because of that shit. And I'll tell you what, I got a good gym session out of it. So, not bad. So, but yeah, I got spoiled by the main chapters, and I'm like, what the fuck? It is what it is. I'm not mad about it anymore. It's more of annoying at this point, but that's not going to stop me from reading the story. We're still going to read it. I'm excited to read them either way. So yeah, that's basically what happened. Elo, Vera can fish me out anytime. That's wild. Also, Dennis Nonem, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. Hope you have a good so far. Welcome to the stream as well. No worries, you're far more ahead than me currently. Haha, I'm sorry you got spoiled though. Oh, you're good. Hey, oh, you're all good. It is what it is, you know. I can only control what I can control. And so I did what was necessary, and controlled what I could control. So I'm excited, though, to do those chapters. I'm excited for the short films, and I'm very excited for everything to come up with what I've got working on the back end. I'm very slowly working my way up to it, and it's getting better by the day. I'm just waiting patiently for some things to come out, so that way I can continue to make sure it's right, make sure it's correct. But when I'm able to show you all it's gonna be fucking awesome. And I cannot wait. I talked to my mom about it last night. We had a deep conversation about what I want for this channel. And she's very excited and very excited and happy that I'm doing it. And she can't wait to see what's gonna happen with it. And I can't wait to tell you all. I can't wait to show you all, you know, the bits and pieces of it when it's all said and done. And the future of it when it's all said and done too. And I cannot wait, but I have to be patient with everything because, you know, patience is a virtue, and the tortoise won the race after the hare, so, you know, slow and steady wins the race, and that's something that I'm doing. So I'm excited for everyone to see it though, and I can't wait for you all to see it. It's gonna be very interesting. It's gonna be very unique. I don't think every time I'm looking at it, everything is I don't believe I've seen anyone do this thing, so I'm happy with it. So the short films are typically fine, even though the shorts are spoilers for me at the moment, so I need to be careful. Otherwise, you are progressing well. Yeah, I would just say, I guess what I could do for my short films is, I guess have like a little title, or a little tag, or like a 2-second tag, like a 2-second little black screen saying spoilers ahead, so that way people who are new don't, you know, that way people who are new or like not where I'm currently at can at least be like, oh, I should probably swipe out of that before I get spoiled. I think that would be interesting, or at least a heads up for people as well. Because I have thought about that. I have thought about like, well, I am technically spoiling a lot of things for a lot of people who have not played the game, and on top of that, who are currently reading the story. So yeah, it has crossed my mind though. It has crossed my mind though. Maybe just an indicator of what chapter it covers. Yeah. So like a chapter. Oh, you know, yeah, like a 2 or 3 second thing saying spoilers for Floating Record episode 12, or spoilers for main chapter 34 or 35. And then it goes into the video. Maybe that would be it. Maybe, you know what? I'll have to. Yeah. I'll have to do that. I'll have to do it tonight. I still gotta get my short out tonight. So I'll do that tonight. Yeah. So hey, Danny, I always thank you for allowing me to talk with you, and you same thing for bringing out these ideas, and we just kind of put our heads together and be like, we're gonna figure this out. So I do thank you for that. So yeah, I'll have to try that tonight for this short tonight when I bring it out. I'll have to put like a 2 or 3 second. So I missed when I was ahead of you. I'm ahead of a lot of people now. Like Shark Faith just told me that after I'm now ahead of Shark Faith, and I believe I'm ahead of a couple other people. And I remember you were ahead of me for a long time, and I still remember Shaper's Ripples, and you were ahead of me there too. I'm ahead of Carefree Dot now too, and I'm of course ahead of Trailblazer Arena, but she's been doing awesome as well. So has Carefree Dot. They both have been doing well for where they're at. So I'm excited to see their reactions for those chapters when the time comes for them to see it, and it's gonna be a lot of fun, and how it's gonna go for them, and I can't wait to see their reaction. I'm waiting. I'm patiently waiting for Carefree Dot's video on Shapers to Ripples, and I'm waiting patiently for Trailblazer Arena to get up to where we're currently at, so that she can get to it, and that'll be fucking awesome for when she gets to it. But I know she's in no rush either, so when that time comes, I will be there waiting. No matter what, I'm going to keep doing my best to help people, because I may not know a lot of people personally, but I at least want to try my best to be there to help in any way I can. Oh yeah, hey, even if you're able to do just a little bit to someone, it's going to help no matter what. It's going to help no matter what. So you're good. Hey, it's all good. You don't got to know a whole lot of people, so it's going to be nice. So I am progressing steadily currently too, so maybe I will catch up. I can't wait to revisit your stuff then. Hey, when the time comes for you to see the short films, especially where you're at, you're gonna like them. You're gonna enjoy them. I don't know where you're currently at in the story, but the next short film. So it's gonna be. Now Vera's chapter might be getting a short film. I have no clue yet. It might be. It's still up in the air on if I will actually commit to getting a short film for Vera's chapter, which is this one right now. I gotta wait for it to play out. I don't know. Right now it's a 50-50, but I'm on chapter 32. Okay, so you're not that. Okay, you're on. Okay, yeah. I know where you're at. Okay, you're not that far behind me then, main story wise. So yeah, you're not terribly behind me. But if I don't do Vera's chapter, the next short film that I will directly ties after said short film. I read Yada's first though. Okay, I got you. I'll see. Yada's chapter was good. I really enjoyed Yada's floating record. That was a lot of fun for me. That was Spooky PGR type part 3. But that was a lot of fun for me. I enjoyed Yada's chapter. But if I do this short film, if I do Vera's short film, then I have to get one. Then the short film that I'm currently working on so I got 3 short films lined up. The one that's going to be dropping tomorrow, I got to finish audio mixing it. And then the one after this one, if I do Vera's chapter, then the short film after that one has to come immediately after. But if I don't do Vera's short film, then the short film that was ahead of her can come in the middle, and that one directly that one will help directly world build a lot of things for my channel and for the future of a lot of things. Like I said, the fact that I'm in this arc, the pilgrimage arc now, a lot of things are set in motion now. So a lot of things are moving in the back end of what you guys do not see. A lot of things are finally put in motion. It's been a long time coming, but I'm finally putting them into motion now. So I'm at the predicament with this. So it's a 50-50 because of that, but it's gonna be interesting. I can't wait for you all to see it, but it's gonna be interesting. But so yeah, that's basically where I'm at right now. But you're on chapter 32. That's not bad though. That's not bad. I hope you just take your time with it. Enjoy the story. Enjoy it at your pace. And when you're ready to watch my stuff, hey, it'll be there. And I can't wait to hear how you like those chapters. On top of it all, so thank you. Of course. I thank you for being here. I thank you for allowing me to talk to you. And same thing with everyone else. I thank you all for allowing me to talk and speak with you all, and to be honest and open with y'all. Speaking of which, I'm gonna tell y'all right now as well. I had to own up to a mistake I did, these past few weeks. I finally reached out to my boss because it's like, so at work I've been slacking a little bit. I've been kind of teeter-totting. So I've been late pretty much 3 weeks now. And he's been getting on to me and all that fun stuff. And me and him went back and forth on a lot of things. But then I looked in the mirror today when I was on break. I say, hey, we can't be doing this. Like, I was talking to myself saying, like, we got to be better than this. Like, what? Like, I looked myself in the eye. I'm like, we got to be better than this. Like, we in a phase. We're in a stump. And I understand we're in a stump, but, we got to be better. We got to be better because this is a test from the man upstairs that is testing my strength, testing my willingness and my willpower and my wisdom to make the correct choices. And I said, hey, we're going to get through this, but we got to be better moving forward. And so I looked myself in the mirror, told myself I love you, told myself we're going to be okay. We're going to get through this little stump and we'll be good. Finished my shift. And then about an hour before I streamed, I sent him a message saying, hey, I'm sorry for being late these past couple weeks. I will be better moving forward. He said, hey, you're all good. I understand. I'm just looking out for you. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you could take one thing from that little message is own up to your mistakes and be better. Try to be better every day. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm gonna be better moving forward. I'm gonna make sure I'm on time moving forward, so that way everything goes smoothly. Everything goes smoothly. I'm not perfect. Never asked to be perfect, and you just gotta strive to be better every single day. You gotta strive to be better. You gotta be willing to look yourself in the mirror and be like, do I like myself today? Can I get better than where I was yesterday? And if you're able to do that, ladies and gentlemen, you'll be doing good. You'll be in a good spot. So, good for you. I think it's a good thing. It takes a lot to recognize that. It does. And back then, way back yonder before I started doing all this, like 3 years ago, I would have never done this. I would have never done that type of stuff before. I would have been like, whatever, bro. Like, fuck it. But since 2 years ago, since being here basically, and making the transition of changing myself, I could barely recognize myself. I'm like, damn, I'm like, my past self would have never done this shit. So but I do thank the man upstairs for allowing me to see that wisdom, to allow me to see the vision, and to have like, be like, okay, we got to fix something here. Like be able to criticize myself and be like, all right, we got to fix this, or we got to do that. So it's very wild and very surreal to look at it like that, and to be able to do like, okay, we gotta own up to our stuff. So, but yeah. So that's like I said. If there's one thing you can take from that, is just own up to your mistakes and try to be better moving forward. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, Danny, like I said, glad to have you here. I can't wait till I take this full time to where I can stream in the mornings. Because when I'm able to stream in the mornings, it's gonna be so fun. Having hopefully everyone back. How it was in the morning, like how it was back then. Like having everyone back in the morning. I can't wait till I stream in the mornings full time. Because that's like I said, I like streaming in the mornings is always good for me. It's always a lot of fun for me to stream in the mornings. And I get to see everybody that I saw back then. And I'll be able to see them a lot more now. When that happens. So I can't wait. I just gotta wait patiently for that day to come. I believe I'm officially halfway now to getting monetized. Cause I'd like 1,500 hours, I believe. You need 3,000, but I'm at 1,500, I think. Right, I'm close to it. And then I gotta get the 500 subscribers. But I have a plan for that. I'm in no rush for that one either. But the fact that I'm at 1,500 hours for streaming out for watch time hours is fucking wild. But it also goes to show like, hey, we're at the halfway mark to getting monetized. We just gotta continue to move forward. So currently your streams are at 2 a.m. since the change of the time here, so it's a bit better than before. It's not 3 a.m. anymore. True. Yeah, because the 1 hour time shift. That's right. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, because we go back an hour now. That's right. We do go back an hour. Forgot about that. I was wondering. I'm like, damn, it's so dark. It's so dark out. I was talking to my mom, and she was like, yeah, it's daylight saving. The time wins back. I'm like, oh, that's why. I ended up laughing. I'm like, huh, no wonder it gets so dark out now. Because like I got back from the gym at like 5, and by the time I got home, it was already fucking dark. I'm like, jeez, it's fucking dark out here. But yeah, I can't wait to stream back in the mornings when I'm able to. And I can't wait. And on top of that, it'll force me, when I do take it back to stream back full time, I'll be able to go back to the gym in the mornings. Like, you know, go wake up. Because before I would stream at 6 a.m., I would wake up at 4, get to the gym by 4:30, because that's when my gym opened. Work out till about 5:15, 5:30, get me a quick snack, and then I'm straight, and then I was live at 6 a.m. We go till 9. So I can't wait. That's my ideal setup, or my ideal streaming time, and I can't wait for that to happen when that time comes. So but yeah, that's welcome to my, thanks for letting me talk. Basically. But I know, but like I said, I like talking to you all. I like getting to know you all. I like being able to connect with you all. I don't want it to be like that parasocial type beat. And you all are ladies and gentlemen, not chat. You all are ladies and gentlemen. You all are people. You are someone who's watching me and taking the time to watch me. So I'm not just gonna fucking say chat. No, it's gonna be ladies and gentlemen. So I will be here. I still check around. I just can't really watch much content due to spoilers, which I totally get and I understand 100%. So yeah, I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. I do not blame you at all. So you're all good. You're all good. Like I said, everyone's on their own journeys. The people that are on the founders list, you know, I still have their names on them, and I know that, you know, we all may not be talking right now, but I know like y'all were there beforehand, and I know when I'm able to come back, you all will still be there. Hopefully, maybe. You know, if that's the case, awesome. And if that's not the case, I hope nothing but the best for you all. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, let's continue on with this chapter. Also, I've been writing a fuck ton of notes as well for a lot of things, so which is nice. So yeah, I need to add some more details into the book. I've got some new ideas, but I need to write some things on it. But other than that, that's pretty much it. So sure, I will go back into lurking while I study. All good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let us continue on. Those who received the message from the Grey Riven Commandant immediately spring into action. People move quickly in and out of the hall, integrating, filtering, and exchanging the most useful information for the massive amount of data. The control court staff quickly approached the woman standing at the attention in the center of the hall. Has the information been synchronized? Yes, the control court has already been demanded that Colonel submit all information regarding that island, and command has dispatched transport aircraft to evacuate everyone directly. Good. Give me the materials related to the resource center. The staff immediately places some paper documents on the table, visibly aged from the years in storage. Hilda touches the name on the top of the page, a word that belongs to a long-buried history. Hines. Hilda flips through the pages. Hines, researcher. While everyone was desperately trying to avoid punishing, he arrogantly attempted to manipulate it, forcing it to further evolve and spread. The abnormal punishing samples have caused severe chaos, a wave of destruction so severe it destroyed 2 major conservation areas on the surface. So basically, he's a mad lad. Hilda flips directly to the last page of the dossier. Is there an autopsy report? Yes, although his body was heavily corrupted by punishing, an autopsy was still performed at the control court's request. It's right here. The staff member points to the end. This Hines had the same over-the-top approach. The staff member is momentarily stunned. This Hines? Besides this Hines in the dossier, I'm familiar with another researcher of the same name. That was the last case I had handled before the punishing outbreak. A frustrated scientist from the late Golden Age who proved his ambitions released his self-created children into the corporate headquarters. Unfortunately, both the evidence and sequential handling were lost in the disaster of the early stages of the outbreak. Coincidentally, the Hines from the incident was also reported dead long ago. Hilda examines the autopsy report carefully, then points to the signature at the bottom. Is anyone who was involved in Hines' autopsy back then still around? They're no longer with us, but we have records right here. Hilda scans through another dossier handed by her staff member, nodding with the understanding. Colonel. It seems we need more than just information about that island. Hilda returns the documents to the staff member and strides purposely toward the airport. The military will mobilize strong support teams. They'll deploy Grey Raven in service. As for the control court, I'll arrange an immediate interview with the relevant colonel personnel. Aw, shit, she moving now. She moving with purpose. Meanwhile, the very people she mentioned are still engaged in their earlier shadow conference. The most irritating among them, Hanif, has been tied up, muted and kicked from the meeting, yet despite the supposed to return to peace, the scene remains in absolute uproar.
The document requested by the controller has been prepared. They're about that islands. What was it? Genomic Resource Center? Gene Bank?
Yes, the semi-underground gene bank contains numerous human genetic samples collected during the Golden Age. After the punishing virus, all external access points were sealed off, with only occasional security personnel rations. But that ship Hannah asked about had the target coordinates stored, but it's not only transported Vera and the Grey River Commandant there, but apparently stirred up quite the mess.
How big is the mess? I heard Babylonia has elevated their mission priority to the highest level. Do we have any clear details on the situation?
They haven't informed us.
Oh, wonderful. Just moments ago, we were keeping silent, and now we're supposed to package up the island's geographical data in the James Bank interior blueprints, send it all to the control code immediately?
Meanwhile, another person with a tense expression activates their microphone to speak. I just got word. The person at the gate even counted the kid at the sea calls himself Lord and a suspect to be a new ascendant.
Immortal Roy. Wasn't he already eliminated by Vera? That mission came directly from Nikolai himself.
I don't know which one it is. Babylonia has fabricated so many hero lords over the time, and there are countless others who scrapped out there and never recovered. Furthermore, regarding Lord, I have some remaining data collected by the Purifying Force, and an Eden Type 3 discovered the outskirts of Los Prados. Combining this data with our materials confirms that we previously suspected the original Lord most likely came from that place. The optimistic colonel member suddenly lets out a brief chuckle upon hearing this name.
Oh, if this original Lord had become an ascendant, then we're completely screwed. He's the ultimate survivor from that battle royale, the strongest creature that crawled out alive.
He mocks himself as he recalls the words of the presumptuous young man from earlier. Colonel leaders have been getting killed one after another lately. Who knows if they were involved in the same weird project and got what's coming to them.
Hanif was right. They got what was coming to them.
I'll handle the control court and handle source incident.
Oh my god, my voice is bugging up.
I'll handle the control court and pin the source of the incident to the Los Prados project. We can't give them the information about that gene bank.
I'm afraid that won't work.
Is there even worse news?
You bet there is, brother. I've got even more bad news right here.
He pulls up another dossier, one that barely qualifies as classified, and projects it in the center of the meeting for everyone to see. The privileged connection, who's been giving them endless headaches, stands brazenly in the holographic projection, staring ahead with all that too familiar look in his eyes. It's the one that never reveals what he's plotting, shining with a mocking glint that laughs at them all.
Why show that photo?
Don't tell my heart is involved, it's just a coincidence.
I just found out where our privileged connection gets his privileges from. The technical director of that gene bank has been the same person since the end of the Golden Age, and still alive and well today. His name is Hines.
Another photo, this one is a gaunt elderly man, is pulled up, and when enlarged next to Hana's profile, everyone can see the same, the identical eye color. No fucking way, is that a son?
This Hana fellow has already started right into the control towards field of vision. Do you really think they'd be foolish enough just to ignore him?
People from different projects quickly condensate and share information with each of their own considerations and interpretations. But at this point, they're forced to draw the same conclusion. They cannot afford to lose anyone on that island.
Let's cooperate for now. Have Babylonia support teams departed yet?
The meticulous colonel member pinches the bridge on his nose with a pained expression.
We have a base closest to the target and have already granted Babylonia access to permissions to utilize it. Although there are only small transport crafts available, they should be sufficient.
Have we really reached to the point where we need to bend over backwards to make a
Good impression. That's a wild sentence to say.
It's not quite like that. We're just not going there to rescue people.
He finally pours up a file on the old frame, the fiery red colors on the screen appearing exceptionally vibrant.
This is an earlier prototype frame stored in the Colonel's repository. It was severely damaged in failing the testing for that batch of frames, so we had to recover it. But now, she's a perfect improved version, paired with the construct who has experience fighting Ascendants, plus the Grey Raven Commandant will definitely be able to test this frame's maximum potential.
Okay, so they're gonna send this frame out. They've improved it. So she's already fought Ascendants, and then you got, us here. Makes a good opportunity for them, not gonna lie.
But this frame has extreme side effects. If anything goes wrong, forget dealing with the control courts. Everyone will here be dragged before Parliament or even a criminal tribunal.
The optimistic Colonel shrugs.
Then let's vote.
I abstained. I've already synced all the information I know to you. I'm leaving first. The control court is already breathing down my neck.
One projection darkens, setting a precedent. Immediately after, a second, a third. Most of the meeting participants seem to recall Hanif's recent warning, choosing self-preservation in the current unstable environment. In the end, only a handful of figures remain in this weekly meeting.
Once again, it's only us left to shoulder the risk.
I actually like this situation. Since they aren't willing to mobilize for their gamble, our organization's resources will only concentrate more and more in our hands. Seizing the best opportunities is the narrowest spaces. That's the operating principle of Colonel, and we've always managed to do just that, haven't we?
The nervous Colonel member anxiously stares at the projection across the table.
Compared to Hanif, I definitely prefer working without you after all. Though you're also a young person infected with every passing trend, at least you speak like a normal human being. You're 100 times better than that kid who spends every day scheming up ways to make Colonel life difficult.
Finally, he raises his hand.
I approve the deployment of the BPN-13 test frame. Deploy it immediately via the support transport craft dispatched by Colonel.
The optimistic Colonel member gets the results he wanted.
Come on, then. Let's send the Valkyrie that once belonged to us back to the battlefield.
He arranges for personnel to transfer the recently unsealed frame into the sleeping pod so it can warm up.
Well, that's settled. We've resolved the most pressing matters, now let's just wait and see how it plays out.
Meanwhile, the three people stranded on the island are anxiously contemplating what the Ascendant just said.
Vera, make him say it again.
Vera exerts force once more, flicking off Lloyd's last remaining arm with the tip of a gun. At this point, this Ascendant, whose appearance doesn't differ much from an ordinary construct, has lost all 4 of his limbs. Hanif scoffed draws with horror during the back and forth between the Ascendant and the Grey Raven Commandant. He witnessed Vera hacking off all 4 limbs, leaving him too terrified to utter a single word. Hear that? Ascendant, say it again. You went to great lengths, wrap that ship to come here, all for the purpose of bringing that person to the island's genomic resource center. The Ascendant, as if immune to pain, continues to answer her coldly.
Yes, there's a corner genomic resource center on the island. Some of it call it Zamra's Hollow. And I only need that person, the Grey Raven Commandant. In fact, you and that Hines are both irrelevant.
It's Hanif. You got the wrong person. I've never met you before.
Hanif raises both hands toward Vera, earnestly responding to her questioning gaze, especially trying to prove he has nothing to do with Lloyd's plan.
Don't let him lead you on. I don't know any Ascendants. If I had the skills to beat one, I wouldn't be working with Colonel. Besides, earlier at the sea, he even attacked me.
It's not your turn yet. Shut up. Hanif obediently closes his mouth.
Genomic Resource Center. You want to use human genes to catalyze human creature evolution, or hetero creature evolution. Yes, there's no place more convenient or more efficient than here. But you just denied that those evolving hetero creatures are your creations.
He falls silent once more. After a moment, he glances at the human, as if deciding to stack another layer of trust on her.
I utilized the technology of someone on the island, not person needed for the Punishing virus. We reached a certain agreement. All collaboration is near its end, All that missing is a suitable human to serve as our guiding template. And that person is you. But as you can see, the evolution on the island began ahead of schedule. Before I could bring you here, that's why someone made their choice before I could.
You mean your partner triggered all this?
Yes, but I don't know why he's in such a hurry. His chosen template was subpar, although it was successfully produced invisible barriers at mimicry. In my eyes, only one of them was truly successful.
A sharp pain shoots through your ankle as if on cue. The moment the Hedo creature wraps its limb around your ankle, the reverse feedback from punishing energy pierces into your brain as if forcibly injecting a memory that doesn't belong to you.
When facing Vera, it avoided her and showed terror, overriding the punishing instinct to attack humans. That one already possesses such advanced emotions.
Yes. That one.
It escaped. Vera adds coldly. The consequences of allowing such a Hedo creature to leave this island are obvious. The fires of Puwela. I think it's Pulia, not Puwala. Yeah, because I'm saying Puwala. It's because I'm thinking there's a W in there. It's Pulia. The fires of Pulia Forest Park seem to ignite in Vera's eyes. Seems the list of vermin to kill keeps growing. You must die, and so that little Hedo creature that played dead to escape. The murderous intent on Vera's eyes grows even stronger.
You're too late. Once the new evolution begins, it will continuously accelerate. All newborn Hedo creatures on the island will intimidate it, understand it, become it. You'll never find the source. It will be the undisputed Eve of the new world. Unless Babylonia immediately uses the Lochne's arsenal to sink this entire island, you'll never find Eve among her children.
I'll treat them all equally by killing every last one of them.
Oh, it's impossible. The flame won't last. I'll admit you're strong, but even you have your limits. I should have already drained all the power from that body of yours during our fight at sea. Reinforcements would arrive that quickly. Even if your hope for the miracle savior does show up, they currently won't outpace the speed of evolution.
The Ascendant maintains a passive posture like a mutilated prisoner, speaking as if under Vera's control, but everyone present understands the situation is the complete opposite.
If this was a relay of space and speed, your team was already lost. But the time is to give up Vera.
After speaking, Lord shifts his gaze back to you, surprisingly managing to lift his head despite this condition.
Do you understand, Pumpkin? Sooner or later, your fate will converge to the same conclusion. You'll inevitably reach the other shore.
Shit. How much longer until reinforcements arrive?
It'll surely become the anchor, catalyzing the evolution onto a more correct path. I've said everything I wanted to express. Have you made up your mind, Pumpkin? The final choice is yours to make. If you want to save them, submit to fight.
Shit. Can't deny any longer. Can't delay any longer. Is there really no other way?
Shut your mouth! In a fit of rage, Vera raises her foot and slams the Ascendant's head back down onto the beach. Are you really stupid enough to listen to an Ascendant's manipulation? As long as I draw breath, I won't let anyone walk the path of ruin.
I believe I need to remind you again. If you refuse to hear me, and if you refuse me here now, the hunt will begin immediately.
As if tired of the negotiation, the Ascendant closes his eyes.
No one else can influence my decision.
After quietly listening for a while, Hanif suddenly glances at something on his hand, then raises his arm. I've got good news and bad news. Hold it! Can't you see we're busy here? This is really important, trust me!
Let the kid speak.
That Hero creature you're discussing, Eve. If I heard correctly, it's the one that was clinging to the grave of Incompetent's ankle earlier, right? Hanif holds up a dribbling wet tracking device. A small red dot blinks in the center of the screen, quietly breathing like those dormant Hero creatures. The good news is, you were busy giving Pop and CPR. Not only contacted Babylonia for you, but also I managed to plant a tracker on it. And the bad news? Vera looks like she's about to explode. Well, the bad news isn't that bad. The water damage is precision. Damages precision a bit, but it works. It works. That's all I've got to say. Nothing more. Vera and you both gasped shortly. Lloyd, opening his eyes again, disbelief flooding his gaze for the first time, he almost immediately begins to struggle. Vera sharply detects the sudden surge of the punishing concentration around the Ascendant, and without hesitation pins him back to the rocky beach with a single shot.
Oh, it's useless.
Ascendant, I've heard all of your explanations. Even if we could understand your reasons, one thing is absolutely certain. You are, without a doubt, a goddamn lunatic.
Yeah, tell him, Vera! Tell him!
Hanif quickly tosses the tracking device into your arms and points to his earpiece, making a specific hand signal. Reinforcements up alive! The wrong talk therapy strategy has finally paid off brilliantly! You clutch the tracking device tightly, and then you raise your gun towards the sky.
The outcome is clear, Ascendant. No matter how many times you try to persuade me, you'll only get this answer. Everyone around me is...
Whoa, hold on, I fucked up.
I refuse to go with you. Everyone around me will also reject your plan.
You fire into the sky, and a signal flare rises into the night sky, revealing your position to support team. Lloyd realizes the outcome of the standoff, his brow tightly furrowed.
Oh, how disappointing. No matter. We'll meet again soon. Next time, there won't be a benevolent Lloyd. I mourn the tragedies created by mankind, and I will bring such stores to an end by my hand. No one can influence this decision anymore. Vera! Kill him! Do not let him escape! There are new humans who will prove themselves more worthy of survival than the old humans. Today, you do a witness.
Vera grips her banner spear with both hands, raises her arms fiercely, and drives it down with crushing force. The Ascendant final words die in his throat. I've heard enough out of your garbage. With your silent approval, Vera's banner spear begins to completely demolish the Ascendant's physical shell. Holy shit, she's like a fucking rabid dog. The Crimson Death, as if venting her rage, rapidly pierces through Lloyd's throat, chest, abdomen, and limbs. Then she whirls the spear through the pile of shattered porcelain-like shell fragments, grinding every broken piece into fine dust. God damn, Vera! Woo! She go crazy. You do not want to piss her off. Oh, I should have done this ages ago. Punishing virus surge out from each fragment of the corpse, spreading through the cracks in the stone in all directions. The crimson mist quickly coalesces into streams, forming the dense pattern across the entire island. The alarm warning of the rising punishing concentration sounds again, and Hanif raises his gun once more, aiming at the wave of pedo creatures that had previously retreated. The delicate balance is shattered as the pedo creatures instinctively move to devour humans is once again unleashed. They approach the three little insects on the rocky shore with hissing cries. It takes only an instant for their attentive approach to transform into a frenzied charge. Oh shit! Trouble incoming! You think you're more deserving of survival? Pathetic. But a swarm of puppeted vermin. You two, get behind me if you don't want to die early. Vera dashes in front of you and Hanif, swinging her banner spear to disperse the surging punishing virus as she assumes her combat stance. You and Hanif also raise your weapons. Shit!
The support transport is looking for a landing spot now! Once we evacuate, we'll have Babylonia bomb this entire island to oblivion. Clear us a path now! No matter what happens, I'll keep up with you.
Hearing this, Vera suddenly turns and glances at you. Such a familiar scene. Alright. The escape starts now. No matter what, you better keep up with me, even if it costs me your life. Hell yeah. Okay, now before we get into the battle, I've got to use the restroom and get another water. So, I will be back. Make sure you all get some water in ya, get something to eat, and use the restroom. I shall be back soon.
Okay, I am back.
All right. And this. Pause. Boing. Boom. All right. Ryushi! Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. Hope you're having a good one so far. Did Papa P arrive in that place yet or no? We're getting ready to evacuate. So it's going to be me, Vera, I'm guessing Hanif. That's Hanif right there. So I don't know what that is. So yeah, we're basically at episode 11. So we're basically stalling until we can get out of the place. That's what we're at right now. So, and the Dust Oast, yes, the Dust Oast is nice. We haven't heard. It's nice that they are bringing them back. We don't really hear those Oasts at all. Oast as often as we should. So, all right, I got my water. Hold on. All right, I'm ready to go. Here we go. Episode 11, Iteration. Oh, we're going straight into the action. Hell yeah, I'm here for it. Let's do it.
Transport shuttle will reach the landing zone in 4 minutes. Watch where you are going.
Oh.
Drop supplies immediately. All our equipment sank into the sea. Hetero creatures are still on our tail.
Okay.
Copy that. Drop sequence initiated. Stay clear of the buffer zone.
How many of these things have we killed? They just keep coming. You dare get in my way.
Vera! Hanif! What's your status?
Single source is detected. They're heading right for us.
Better get out of here before I go down. Come on, keep them coming. Wherever I stand. My God.
Oh, that was a good animation. I don't think I've seen that before. We go 3, we go 3, we go 4. Then we go 1.
Dare get in my way. Wherever I stand. My God.
Yeah, okay, so I guess you're supposed to pop the ult and then go. Interesting.
Why are they all pouring out of that building? Look out! The nearest wave of hetero creatures will be gnawing at our legs in 3 minutes tops!
Damn it. There's too much energy at sea.
I'm about to arrive at the drop point.
You dare get in my way. I enjoy crushing wherever I stand. It's my battlefield. Don't you dare get in my way.
Can't stop here. Bloodshed.
Oh, wait. Who's talking here? Ah.
Attain the supply!
I've got you. There. Give you construct performance. Side effects. Human body. Massive.
Our great commandant. Of course you're pulling another suicide stunt.
Oh, you know we have to. It's a canon event.
Enjoy. This is not enough. Please, revive. Don't you dare get in my way.
I'm almost at the drop point! Come on. Obtain the supply!
Oh, shit.
That armor you've got there is still an experimental phase. It'll give you construct level performance for a short time. But the side effects on the human body are massive. Can you handle it?
There's no other choice. We need someone who can fight. Besides, I've already got myself a room at the Star of Life.
Flesh is weak. Yes, Sirski.
That's it, 3 minutes up. The hetero creatures are all closing in.
I'm on my
Transport shuttle
way.
has reached the target area.
Check. Oh, wait.
Location data synchronized. Proceed to the coordinates immediately.
Oh yeah.
Do we get to see it? No, we don't.
There's the time. I just won't sit here to accept my fate. Rally up now! We're not leaving anyone behind!
I have my own signature too. Cast signature.
Get the face armor off me!
Oh shit!
Vera! Vera!
No! Hetero creatures have breached the transport aircraft! It's taking off again. We must shoot it down. We can't let the hetero creatures leave this island!
Oh, is that Hanif?
Well, it's all over now. Let's all count down together. I wonder how long it will take for the Parliament to argue before blowing up this island. But we're still on it.
The moment they notice hetero creatures clubbing onto the small transport craft, you and Hanif raise your weapons toward it. Through the comms, Hanif's voice also joins in. It's taking off again! We must! Can't let it leave the island! Actively destroying the transport means cutting off their own escape route, but if they don't attack, no one can guarantee the hetero creatures won't spread beyond the island through this oversight. An overwhelming sense of risk weighs heavily on their chest. Now the lives of the people aboard the transport and the three on the island rest in their hands.
Come in! Ground calling!
You call the pilot repeatedly, desperate for an even glimmer of hope, but only hear chaotic static from the other end.
Answer us! Come in! Please respond if you copy!
Hanif sprints to the scene, his expression growing increasingly grim as he takes the sight of Vera collapse on the ground, and the transport lurking erratically in the air. No matter what, we have to make a choice now!
No. It's already over.
You lower your gun with a heavy heart and turn to look at Hanif, whose sands are panting for breath. Both of them simultaneously hear eerie gnawing sounds through their headsets as the violent rocking transport suddenly steadies for a moment, as if someone has forcibly regained control and adjusted its position to point downward. Then, it plunges into a steep dive. The two of them watch as their last hope, the transport that had already barely taken off moments ago, trail back smoke as it plummets toward the ocean below. Clearly, the pilot on board had realized the severity of the situation and decisively chose self-destruction, sacrificing the vehicle. The glow of the crash and explosion illuminates half of the night sky before being swallowed by the pitch-black ocean waters. Only the residential shockwaves from the explosion roll in from a distance, stirring up sand and dust from the island that strike your face with unforgiving force. Self-destruction? The absolute last resort? Hanif loads his weapon with gritted teeth, his voice filled with frustration at their situation, yet also boundless admiration. Damn! They died like a true hero! We won't get such a glorious death! Catch! Just found a new gun on the airdrop! With our only support aircraft destroyed, we have no way off this island anytime soon. As long as we're stuck here, Babylonia can't simply use the all-against arsenal to destroy the entire island. Fortunately, you and Vera are valuable enough. If I were the only one left, Babylonia wouldn't hesitate for a second. But on the flip side, every second we delay, that damn evolution on the island accelerates. This Eve and the Ascendant mentioned will simulate more and more hetero creatures.
We need to eliminate Eve as soon as possible, or the situation will only worsen.
Easy for you to say, and with just us, and our construct is already down? Hanif points at Vera, then irritably holds its head in frustration. Let's check the tracker first. Where's that Eve creature gone now? The Commandant takes out the tracking device Hanif handed over earlier, the red dot still blinking but has moved to a dark structure at the center of the island. Hanif lets out a sharp inhale scream. I knew it. It's moving so fast! I knew it gone big was trouble, but the scanner already showed the highest punishing reading coming from there. I bet all those new humans are gathered inside. Oh god, so are you getting what I'm saying? In our current state, charging into the gene bank to hunt down that Eve might be a bit more dignified than standing our ground and desperate while waiting for the Lagni's arsenal to arrive, and it's through pure suicide. Is there really no other way?
Gray Raven never be here. Don't know when. Vera's badly wounded. I have to find another way.
Two all-out battles have pushed her garnet frame to the brink of total failure. Vital fluid has dyed her hair to an even deeper red, with deep wounds covering her body that are painful to behold. The situation has deteriorated into a dilemma, even with a moment's respite to think clearly. Suddenly, you look once more toward the sea. The shattered remnants of the transport aircraft still burn as they float to sea's surface, reflecting a faint ember in your eyes.
Shit. I see it.
What the? Hey, what are you doing now? You suddenly scoop up Vera, who has entered standby mode and sprints toward the sea with a wild abdomen. The seawater rises past your feet, your knees rapidly engulfing your entire body as you sink into the brine.
Come on! Faster! I need you to find some maintenance tool! There might be a chance!
Bone-chilling waves crash against your face, even splashing into your mouth, but you don't dare to slow down. Supporting the garnet frame, you make your way to the transport wreckage and search around with a flashlight. Soon, you find your target. The seawater has extinguished most of the flames of the transport wreckage, and by some stroke of luck, the cargo area remains intact.
Ha! Just as you thought. There's a chance.
You struggle to drag Vera up onto the skeletal remains of the transport, then use the power of your exoskeleton to pull off the damaged outer shell.
Hanif! Help me out!
Hanif follows behind, swimming with difficulty. He suffered numerous cuts during the recent battle, and the seawater is now stinging with each wound mercilessly. First running, now swimming. What is this, a triathlon? This water tastes awful. Watch out! Hanif suddenly raises his arms and fires at something behind you. A head-on creature that was about to launch a sneak attack shrieks as it falls back into the sea, creating a frustrated splash. You barely glance at it before turning around to continue tearing at the cargo container's outer shell. You didn't even notice that head-on creature behind you? I get you're looking for maintenance components, but you've got to keep yourself alive first!
Not just the maintenance components! There's a sleeping pod inside!
Hanif's expression turns serious. He has considered countless solutions, but never anticipated this kind of surprise. He quickly helps you, delivering several kicks to the cargo container. Fortunately, neither of you have neglected their physical training. Yes, sir! Hey, this is why we fucking work out! This is why we fucking work out! In a time of need where you gotta be strong, physically and mentally, that's where that shit comes in, and you pull that motherfucker up! Hey-ya! After a burst of exertion, the two of you actually manage to tear off the outer shell. The sleeping pod inside the container immediately slides into the water, bobbling with the waves. You lunge for the pod cover, using your authorization to initialize the startup sequence, the same procedure you followed back in Atlantis. Meanwhile, Hanif's gaze catches the detail on the corner of the sleeping pod. Hey, why is this marked with Colonel's emblem?
I don't care if it's from the Science Council or Colonel! As long as it's...
You have no time for caution. After unlocking it, you fling open the cover pod and peer inside.
As long as it's her!
Another Vera lies in the sleeping pod. Her eyes are tightly shut, her hair resting peacefully on her shoulders, her brown skin embellished and pristine. This is the ultimate weapon yet to be baptized by the fires of battle. At the sight of this completely undamaged frame, you suddenly feel a pang of emotion. When Hanif Gabe sweeps once more over Colonel's emblem at the pod's opening and a certain serial number he's seen before. If Vera transfers into this frame, perhaps she really could wipe out every last one of those damn things. As you prepare to carry the garnet frame inside, you catch a hint of sarcasm in Hanif's tone.
Hanif, what are you hiding?
Don't give me that murderous look. Yes, I know about the core design of these constructs. They're powerful. But it's just powerful. Nothing more. Aren't you being overly cautious? Besides, you don't have any cards left. If you don't help her transfer into a new frame, she'll simply die like this. Hanif points to the red warning lights flashing on Vera's guarded frame, then simply raises both hands in surrender, showing you that he has nowhere to run. Sorry, but there's just no time. This is the kind of pressure decision makers have to bear. FOS must have taught you that. Your gaze returns to the construct in your arms. Just like in every mission before, Vera would claim she didn't care about anyone, yet she's always kept everyone well protected. Now hold on, what? So they're just powerful, nothing more. What do you mean by that? You don't have any cards left. If you don't help her transfer into a new frame, she'll simply die like this. Okay, yes, I'm sorry, but there's no time. This is the kind of pressure decision makers have to bear. FOS must have taught you that. I don't know what he's telling us that we have to be cautioned for. There's fucking flies in here. I don't know how a fly got in here, but it did. Your fingers trace the outlines of the countless wounds covering Garnet's body. Vital fluid seeps out, coating your hand, only to be washed away by the ocean waves. The battle against countless Hetero creatures has completely drained all functions from this frame. In all your time together, you've never seen her in such a state, teetering on the edge of total system failure. You take one final look at her, forcibly suppressing an inexcusable sense of familiarity and loss welling up inside.
If there are any consequences, I'll bear them myself. Right now, keeping her alive comes first.
Hell yeah, hey. It don't matter what the fuck we gotta do. It don't matter what kind of shit we gotta deal with. We gonna take all them burdens, alright? I'll tell you what, we gonna take all them burdens. How long will it take for her to successfully adapt to it?
I'm not sure. I've never seen her in this frame before. But time waits for no one. I'll have to carry her on my back and let her adapt as we move.
You tie a rope around their waist and Vera's, hoisting her onto your back, and secure everything with a tight cross knot.
Let's go. We'll follow the coordinates that find that Eve now.
You really are insane. Seeing someone so eager to die is a first. No, second for me.
This is not a death wish, Hanif. Every step we take is to escape death, not embrace it.
You tighten the rope and look toward the building in the distance. That gene bank with a different kind of fire flickering in your eyes.
It's our turn now to fight desperately just to stay alive.
Now, I want to do the drive the trolley, open fire part. Hold on, I'm going to go back and do this one because I want to see what happens if we fire.
Transport shuttle will reach the landing zone in 4 minutes. Watch where you are going.
I want to do this mission just so I can see what happens with if we shoot. God damn it, I fucked up the ult. I need a 5, 6, 3.
Why are they all pouring out of that building? Look out! The nearest wave of hetero creatures will be gnawing at our legs in 3 minutes top!
Okay. Blah. Get out of here. And 4 again. And then 1.
Oh, our great commandant. Of course you're planning for suicide stuff.
Dude, it's a canon event. You know this. Son of a bitch! I fucked up again.
Not enough. They must survive.
Bop, bop, bop. Oh! Dodge that motherfucker. Alright, we got the supplies. We got the power suit.
Hey! But the side effects on the human body are massive. Can you handle it? 3 minutes up. The hetero creatures are all closing in. Transport shuttle has reached the target area. Location data synchronized. Proceed to the coordinates immediately.
Oh, I forgot we could sprint.
Coming closer. I probably won't make it in time. That hot-headed red-haired devil is... Hey, you! Get in that shuttle now! Don't stick around!
Oh, we go backwards when we're shooting this thing. I didn't know that. Okay.
No! Hetero creatures have breached the transport aircraft.
Okay, so that is us. That's not us talking, but that is
Shoot
right
it
there.
down. We can't let the hetero creatures leave this island.
Give me the option to shoot.
Well, it's all over now. Let's all count down together. I wonder how long it'll take for the Parliament to argue before pulling up this island. We're still on it.
Is that it? Oh, so no matter the outcome, it's just like, all right, whatever. You do it just to get the fucking achievement. All right, we're skipping this part. Okay, moving on. Episode 12, Surprise Troop. Okay, so we're back in history lesson again, back in the war. What did I say? War God? I didn't even let me see it. Several researchers in white coat labs dash hurriedly about, synchronizing constantly updating data to the hands of every supervisor up and down the chain of command. Is something wrong? It's been half a day already. Not too promising, but it's still the best result we've had since the beginning test on this batch of frames. In just half a day, her mind data synchronization progress has already reached 75%. For most constructs, can't even hold up to 75%, quite few show tendencies to go berserk and haywire before reaching even half of that. The power system's major overhaul in the inverter device receptor is developed to an extreme degree. Add everything up, and the demands of the mind are just too high. Do you think she'll make it to the awakening phase? She will. Even if her hardware specs don't meet the standard, show the resilience of her mind is worthy of our trust. Let's trust that for now. After all, she is Colonel's hound. Following the eager gaze of the staff into the testing chamber, two crimson frames are visible, their eyes closed as they undergo adaptation to their new bodies. They float in transparent liquid, unconsciously rotating slowly with connection cables to their bodies tethered to a large equipment like umbilical cords. Two identical faces face each other, an endless sea stretching between them as they mirror, reflecting each other in perfect synchrony. So they built this frame for her. She tested it, but then it got too powerful, so they had to put it away, just for them to bring it back, improved, and then she'll probably be using it from now on. Exposition activate pod hound, time to wake up. Yeah, so okay, so this is the first test. This is the first phase of this battle suit, and then what we see now, where we get to it, is the second phase. Can you hear me? Vera nods slightly within the transparent chamber, her visual models making slight movements as she begins to observe her surroundings. It's a cold, heavily guarded isolation room, with people outside communicating with her remotely through previous support type. Can you adapt to it? Currently, no sensation. Good. Wait, her mind isn't ready yet. No, tests must be conducted under the most extreme conditions possible. There won't be a better opportunity than now. Preliminary assessment indicates Hound is in good condition. Permission to grant the battle baseline testing. A male researcher outside the window insists on continuing the dialogue with her. Hound, focus on capturing keywords. I was the shadow of the waxing slain, by the false azure and the widow pain. Memorized. Test start. On the punishing battlefield, sometimes you must kill comrades infected by punishing with your own hands. You approve of this practice. She blinks gently. Kill. After experiencing various battlefields, you believe you've developed psychological trauma and more severe symptoms of mind deviation. Trauma. Trauma! Trauma! A wave of dizziness suddenly washes over her. While fighting for Kurno, you felt that everything might be false. False. Your existence might also be false. False. Her chest burns with heat as if something inside is ignited on its own. Minor mind deviation detected. What is this? She struggles to lift her head, noticing a device plunged into the chest of her new frame. She tries to push through the vicious liquid to grab the device, desperately clawing at it to pry it out and discard it. Only BPN-13 can withstand this modification. I can't allow you to rush her testing just to... You harbor resentment toward the world and everything around you. You decide to shatter the window. Mind deviation levels exceeding controllable parameters. Terminate the test. Terminate. No. You harbor resentment toward the world and everything around you. You decide to shatter the window. Window. Ha! She tears free from the countless umbilical cords connections, fighting against the rage coursing through her entire body as she drives her fist into the center of the transparent bubble. Some observers scatter with screams, but many display excitement as their ambitious flares in response. The flames of ambition smolder in their eyes, reflecting both the cracks in the window and the construct's frenzied state. Window. Glass. Did you see that? The test! It's a success! Wow, we really moved up one. Vera suddenly falls into a daze. She stands motionless as her hands instinctively rise to cover her cheeks. Memory data cycles through her mind in an instant. She closes her eyes, struggling to grasp reality. Moments ago, Granny Wong had brought her back to the Conservation Area 062, where she was attempting to transfer the sample, and after that, she barely got 2 sentences out before being interrupted by several young men and women who also came from the Upper West Military College. Then, the corrupted suddenly launched their assault. She lowers her hand and tries to open her eyes. After several seconds of blurred visible feedback, her visual model finally regains clarity. Why am I suddenly remembering my frame compatibility testing? This frame is still far too unstable. Watch out! Vera sweeps her spear sideways to take down the corrupted, seemingly unaffected by the disturbance of her minds, or so it appears. Shut up! I see it! The unexpected corrupted assault forces everyone onto a new battlefield. Once again, Vera charges to the front line. Once again, Vera charges to the front line. She's expected it would be before fighting alone at the front. But this time, surprisingly, several others managed to keep up with her. Hound, you and that high-ranking commandant clear a path to the left. Engines roaring, Granny Wong drives her vehicle straight into a massive corrupted, bringing along Kent, who stepped up as a temporary replacement, and several young faces. Vanessa leads halfway out of the roof hatch, using her earpiece to contact Vera, who's not far ahead, while simultaneously shooting through an old-fashioned megaphone at the refugees behind them, who are completely in disarray. All armed personnel who can still move, grab your weapons and join Kent at the front. Everyone else, follow Granny Wong's directions and evacuate in an orderly fashion. What the hell are you saying? We both know these corrupted are a different breed. Those weaklings who can barely hold on to their own on a normal day will just end up as cannon fodder if they charge into the front now. Weaklings? Most people in this conservation area are indeed useless in the face of such an onslaught. Vanessa frowns, repeating the word. I suppose we can agree on that, but unfortunately your thinking is too outdated to be useful right now. You want to discuss tactics with me? Vera raises her hand to cleave through a corrupted lunging from her left, this frame, power, and equipment representing Colonel's finest technology, and she wields it with practiced ease. Don't flatter yourself. Why would I need tactical advice from a construct? I haven't fallen that low yet. If you manage to survive, then I might consider sparing you a glance. I was studying military tactics when presumptuous brats like you weren't even born yet. Get lost. Go bother someone else. I don't need your help. Vera kicks over another shrieking corrupted, and her chest burns. These past few days of high-intensity battles have left her frame unusually excited. Vera's movements are too dramatic, yanking you off balance. Another burden. You just had to die together with this Watch out! You missed one. See? I'm not useless. Like I care what you... Vera! There are still too many corrupted. That one slip through the fence tears a piece of Vera's bionic skin. Why did you... Look in your eyes again.
Vera, wake up! Faster! Maintain the connection!
Chaotic consciousness data flickers past like a renewing tape, or rewinding tape. She has no idea where these data fragments are coming from, as if they appeared out of nowhere. What is happening? It's becoming more and more frequent. What's wrong with you? Your concerned questions slip into her ear, yet all it does is spark irritation in the heart. I need to talk with you. After this is over, after I deal with all of this.
This endless running has no end.
But then the current you, so very different from the little commandant, suddenly speaks. Why?
Constantly burning yourself out like this isn't ideal. You will be devoured by the corrupted swarm sooner or later.
Then what should I do? Why are you denying me? Why suddenly reject everything I've lived for? The principles I've used to survive since I was born?
I'm being a bit unfair. I know. I'm just wondering, could there be a better outcome to what's happening right now?
What nonsense is this?
You should try trusting others. Relying on them for once.
Trust who? Those clowns crashing around in the vehicle? I don't belong with them. That bunch of fools running around with a loose screw in their heads.
You can try trusting who I am now. Trusting the people in the vehicle.
If you can't keep up, just fall back on your own. Disgraceful. The noise in her earpiece becomes unbearable for Vera. She rips it off in one swift motion and flings it into the corrupted horde, letting them tear and gnaw at it, shredding the young girl's cold voice into pieces. Yet the metallic creaking of the corrupted bodies pressed together, the screams of refugees behind her, and the roaring of engines still flood her auditory module. This is my battle and mine alone. Why should I even try relying on others? At the corrupted grow in number, her destructive urge rises like lava from a volcano. The burning sensation in her chest returns. I've had enough. Ever since I met you, I've been dragged into this damn charade of having to pretend, to deceive, to play the good person. And wearing this mask just to hide from you righteous types. She flicks the mask off her face with the tip of her gun, grabs you, and fixes her garnet red eyes on you, as if searching for answers in your gaze. But she must admit, no matter how she looks at them, this is unmistakably the same person. Is it too late? Let me make this perfectly clear. I am a Colonel Construct. How did that little commandant react? She tries to see clearly, but she's already starting to lose focus. This frame was deployed to battlefield for the first time, so the mission was simple. Just find some documents and materials, and deliver them to the nearby base. But when the corrupted appeared, you just had to rush out and play hero, and I tried to save you. Wasted those materials on you, and... damn it all! Great, now my frame's unstable, and I can't even remember the initial test protocols! A faint reflection of herself seems to linger on the blurry window glass, preserved in her mind, while beyond spiderweb of cracks, some familiar yet agitated faces stare back at her. But she can't remember anything more. I understand now. I'm going haywire. While I'm still somewhat sane, cut the damn rope and regroup with those jokers in the back. Our alliance, born of naive goodwill and pitiful cause and effect, ends here. But she still takes one more look at you, along with the chaotic crowd bustling behind you. I can hold off the corrupted up ahead for a little longer. She places her hand on her chest, curling her fingers as if trying to pry something out from the center of her collarbone. Once I pull out the safety plug from this frame, everything will end. Do you understand? Before I completely go haywire, I need you to run to... You heard everything she said, but before her final warning, you grabbed her wrist. No! There's another way. Establish a mind connection with me. As you speak these words, Vera senses the landing of the mind beacon within her mind. Why should I trust you? Sorry, I haven't really tried this on the field before. But if we can hold on for one more second, we'll have another chance. What's the point? Vera is familiar with this emerging technology, and her frame is equipped with a system to connect with mind beacons. But she still feels uncomfortable. It's like allowing someone to peek into her mental world, which feels very strange. But the mind beacon lands anyways, plunging into her mind, attempting to claim the raging tempest within. Her memory data is being retrieved in a fumbling manner. She can feel that you are inexperienced with mind connections, clumsily stumbling through her past experiences, trying to find anything that might be useful. What is this initial test content? Should I trust you? I can't remember clearly. It's murdered, shadow, window, glass, false. The vast expanse of her mind envelops the beacon, and you, or rather the person you are now, cannot find the answers in time. Is this our only option? A stubborn, ill-timed burst of chaotic suddenly comes through your earpiece. You guys are... Hey, did Hound mess with the comms device? We've successfully evacuated many refugees from the rear. Are you guys still at the front alive? Still alive! We're almost done for, but still alive. You've done well. Just hang in there for 10 more seconds and... What? 9, 8, 7... Or, let me explain! Prepare for impact! The explosion will be approximately 30 meters ahead of your position! What? Explosion? Wait, 30 meters? Are you trying to send us to our graveyards? 4, 3... Oh, shit! Everyone get down! Vera, get down! What's with the gaudy humanoid finger up ahead? Oh! Something's wrong! Why is it coming towards us? Granny Wong, didn't you say? On the other end of the communication, Granny Wong seems to have lit a cigar, her arm casually resting on the steering wheel as she lets out a long sigh. Oh my. That kid is still quite unreliable. The next moment, a burst of colorful smoke suddenly rises, and before anyone can react, the bombardment begins. Oh, is that Leia? A violent gust blows Vera's hair forward, strands wildly slapping against her face. The surrounding corrupted are sent flying, giving Vera a brief reprieve. No fucking way! You desperately cling to Vera to avoid being blown away, and the powerful yet explosive force has already lifted those behind you into the air. Just in time! What the fuck? No fucking way. Remain silent. Remain silent, only lighting her cigar. That's fucking funny. Before they can crash into the ground, a flexible whip lashes out from the extravagant colored smoke, wrapping around everyone and placing them safely enough in a secure location. Everyone's saved! A vibrant, colorful young woman descends from the sky, drumming and singing to herself as completely oblivious to the chaotic battlefield around her. Boom, 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 clang, clang, clang! In the most dire hour of need, here comes the most powerful construct descending from the heavens. What a tremendous feat! Give your thanks to the great Leia, the legendary hero. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh! Simon collapses into a sitting position on the ground, adjusting his glasses, which have lost half their lenses. Oh, so this is who Granny Wong mentioned. The special construct temporarily stationed conversation area 062. That's fucking wild. Leia descends from above like an angel, breaking through the corruptor's encirclement. She and Vera, both constructs, have been fighting fiercely on the front lines for a long time, finally securing a crucial time needed for the evacuation conservation area 62. Only after confirming that most civilians have been evacuated from the conservation area did Vera, with Leia's support, retreat from the front lines with the humans. Together, they joined the tail end of the refugees' column. Granny Wong's small pickup truck was destroyed by Leia's indiscriminate explosions, forcing her to drive a large transport vehicle at the front instead. The rest of those still able to move were relegated to the back of the line, advancing on foot. Everyone can tell that Vera is not in good shape. According to you, she has endured numerous hardships lately, exceeding her frame's load capacity, resulting in symptoms of mind deviation. She used to wear a mask, acting all mysterious and secretive, but now she doesn't even hide anything at all. What was the point of charging so far ahead? In the end, you still had to be carried back by everyone, didn't you? Hound urgently needs rest and maintenance, but it's only a matter of time before the corrupted catch up. But now, escape remains our top priority. And so, the current scene is somewhat difficult to describe. A construct's weight far exceeds of that of normal humans, so the main responsibility of carrying her falls to Leia, who is also a construct, while the humans insist on walking alongside them, lending their support. Vanessa frowns and pinches her nose, examining Leia for a good long while before speaking sharply. I heard you're not a Babylonian soldier. You're just a construct attached to Granny Wang. I'd like to experience life in Babylonia, but I still have some unfinished business, so I'm putting it off for now. Besides, Granny Wang is amazing! When she and Shepard found me, I was dead set on following her. She provides frame maintenance parts, all kind of supplies, and she's someone who always has my back no matter what I do. Granny Wang really raised herself a good dog. It's rare to find someone who can be ordered around so easily with just a bone. Huh? Are you talking about me? Leia, who was just compared to a good dog taking orders, but wittily points to the tip of her nose. With her movement, Vera nearly falls off her back. Watch out! See? I was right to tell you to help support Hound. We can't rely on just Leia. Oh, if only I could request an exoskeleton. Speaking of Hound, what exactly is her background? Vanessa points at Vera, getting to the heart of the matter. Give me an explanation. It's not convenient for me to explain now. When we return to Babylonia, please help me keep what happened on the on the surface confidential. Impossible. That's your responsibility, so don't force your burden on others. We'll decide after we return. I heard you attempted the newest mind beacon connection with Oliver without authorization. At most, you only practiced on simulations back in the FOS. Weren't you afraid you might kill her? The situation was critical. If I hadn't initiated the connection when I did, she might not have survived until we got back to Babylonia. You don't finish your sentence, but the image of Vera desperately clawing at the device on her collarbone remains vividly fresh in everyone's mind. It's hard not to suspect you two have something on each other. Hey, Hound. Stop pretending you can't hear me. I've studied the clinical symptoms of construct mind disruption, and I know you can still hear what I'm saying. Vera slightly opens her eyes in response. Unfortunately, her visual model is as blurry as a human experiencing a concussion. After blatantly glancing at her surroundings, another wave of dizziness forces her to close her eyes again. So what brilliant insights do you have now? I already said, I haven't stuck it so low to discuss tactics with the construct, but if you're lucky enough to survive, I might deline you to give me a moment of my attention. Do you still think your theory is correct? Your tactics have an excessively individualistic style. Do you believe as long as you alone can hold the line, everyone else should be classified as assets who should just stand behind you and be protected? It's embarrassingly obvious how old you are. Only the Golden Age could produce such a mindset, brimming with that dazzling idea of individual heroism. Wow, Vanessa really pulling out them cards, and she's just fucking playing them. She's like, boom, here, boom, here, boom, here. But times have changed, and what we learned is completely different. In complex ground environments, protecting everyone is impossible. The correct approach is to sacrifice some expendables while preserving the essential personnel. Vanessa, that's your own tactical style, not everyone else's. Almost forgot about you. Vanessa points mockingly at the reclining Vera and you at the waist. Once a pitiful relic from a golden age with a head full of laughable traditional heroism, the others a delusional innocent foolishly trying to trade the most worthless sacrifice in honor of this apocalypse. You two really are cut from the same cloth. No wonder you're tethered together on the same rope. What? Hold on. Oh. Rest assured, once we're back in Babylonia, I'll report the issues of your misconduct to our superiors in full detail. your inappropriate attire, ideological distortion, malicious competition. Vera begins to retort, then falls silent in acceptance as memories from her past surface. But it's enough to make Vanessa's skin crawl. I can also ensure that neither of you nor that idealistic commandant will ever make it back to Babylonia. You can both rout down here on the surface for all I care. Big talk. I'll say it again. You're welcome to try. As the tension between Vera and Vanessa sharpens to a razor edge, a colorful figure suddenly slides into view, studying both women through the gap of their standoff. With her back to Vera, she studies both their sour expressions from below, with exaggerated theoretical interest. Oh my goodness! 2 women with such vicious tongues appearing at the same time! Is this how everyone from Babylonia talks? Perhaps it's some kind of fashion trend? So sophisticated! It's not your place to butt in, you tasteless, chaotic dork. Oh, here you go again. Simon Paleface closes his eyes once again. As an injured member, he should be the one in the vehicle, but severe motion sickness forced him to walk instead, returning to the shattered FOS squad. Oh, God. Vanessa, please don't pick fights with everyone we meet. Don't think you're in the clear just because you're with the Granny Wang now. Once I graduate, we'll have plenty of chances to meet again. You better pray you never fall into my hands. Oh, what are you gonna do to me? I'll make sure you're the first one I send in for a complete makeover. Head to toe to get rid of that tacky style of yours. That's it? Oh, wonderful! The young lady from Babylonia is truly generous. Far from being intimidated by the warning, the particular character excitedly drew closer instead. Hop and pee. Be my witness. Once I finish my business and go to Babylonia to join elites, I'll seek out Lady Vanessa Fair first. Oh, sure. Anyhow, let's get down to business. Leia, Granny Wang mentioned you brought back a suspicious person. Where are they now? Leia and Vanessa simultaneously jerk their chins forward. One can't free their hands, while the other can't be bothered to lift a finger. In the transport vehicle up ahead, under the watch of that useless acting supervisor, Kent. Don't worry, I've got that criminal wrapped up and tighter than a mummy. Criminal? Criminal? Are you certain of his guilt? Did he confess? Oh, he just mumbled nonsense for ages, babbling about some being messenger of the gods and the true purpose of the punishing. Obviously, he's just a lunatic with delusions of grandeur. Is this the researcher who left earlier that you all mentioned before? Vera forces her every eyelids open, looking toward the large transport vehicle not far ahead. A sense of foreboding rises within her. Like... The cause of the leak is unknown, but they discovered that someone left the research facility right before the virus leaked out. That person now completely disappeared.
Leia left the moment she received the news.
Yes, we've already set a contract to find that person who left earlier. Hoping to uncover some clues from them. She hasn't returned yet, but we're not just twiddling our thumbs either.
Like on that final night of the Golden Age, during the raging blizzard, an eerie red flash briefly appears in the distance beyond the windows of the military hospital. Something isn't right. Vera begins to struggle on Leia's back. Huh? Whoa, you want to get down? Are you sure you can walk? I didn't take Kent's explanation seriously at first, because I couldn't believe a mere researcher would cause such a massive crisis. It's simply impossible. Someone must be backing him. But if this is true, if Leia really manages to capture the target... That night, she opened the window. A couple of snowflakes drifted into the back of her hand, their iciness accompanying her vigilance. It's snowing. Now a few snowflakes drift into Vera's eyelashes. It's snowing again. If he's really suspected of causing something this massive, then detaining and interrogating him should be our top priority. Vera locks her gaze on the transport vehicle ahead, loaded with the elderly and the vulnerable civilians, as her finger reaches for the weapon on her back. She noticed the melting snow will turn to mud, making the separate winter escape even more difficult. This struggling convoy cannot withstand another attack. Shit. Okay, I'll go up ahead and check. That mother and daughter are still in the vehicle too. You draw a handgun with barely any ammunition left and decide to scout ahead. First, tell me everything you know about that person. He's a very gaunt old man. Thinking about it now, he was pretty scary. When I found him, he was even humming a tune. Oh shit. Yep, as soon as he hums that tune, that shit's going crazy.
Alert, we have a situation! There's gunfire at the transport vehicle number 3. Kent is on that vehicle, but he's not responding. I'll lead the other vehicles away while you get over there now.
Suddenly, everyone's communication systems activate simultaneously as Kent's channel opens on its own. Beside the disturbing screams, everyone also hears the voice of an old man humming a tune. Including Vera, everyone hears that song.
What song is that?
I made it up. Don't worry about it. Leia seems completely insulated by the approaching danger. She innocently recites the mission target's name. His name is, Hines. Aw, shit. Aw, shit. Alright. Let's continue on. Episode 13, Flesh and Blood. Okay, so this here is all... This here is all the past stuff, while the up here is the future stuff. That's interesting. So we got, what? Wildfire, Burning Waters. Okay. Here we go. Flesh and Blood, episode 13. Let's do it. A blood-black void begins to weave a network. Cells connecting, reconnecting, joining with central stem. Oh, we're close. We're right there. Snowflakes continue to drift down at the leisurely pace, while the wind, stirred by the people rushing past, throws everything into disarray. Inside the train car, packed with the elderly and the vulnerable, chaos has clearly erupted, or more accurately, one-sided massacre. Those who rushed here immediately spot Kent's body sprawled at the edge of the car, along with the body of the mother and the woman who had tried everything possible to keep her daughter alive. The sudden turn for the worse leaves everyone feeling untethered, each person engulfed by a wave of distortion. The girl stares vacantly at her mother's body, her hollow gaze fixed unwinkingly on the corpse. Hines grips the only gun among these people, taken from Kent, judging by the bullet hole in the back of Kent's head. He probably never noticed anything before dying from the sneak attack. Now, the gun barrel is pressed against the girl's head. Wow! That's insane!
I've been eavesdropping on your conversations and discovered a familiar face among you. She stopped my first incident, and now she's here to interfere with this finale too. Oh, what a fateful connection we have.
Vera? Vera grits her teeth, struggling to dismount from Leia's back as her right hand clamps firmly around her weapon.
Ah, you're still as young and sharp as ever. You haven't changed at all.
You're something that should have died decades ago, yet you don't look any different from back then. Hines, who's backing your cloning operation? Two figures separated by decades of time, yet unchanged in appearance, stare at each other from the opposite ends of the gap, several meters wide. Hines doesn't answer Vera, instead focusing intently on examining her frame.
Constructs? To think that detestable professor research may become one of the greatest technologies of this era. How does it feel to become a construct? Is it just like I predicted back then? Replacing your frail human form with metal? Have you crossed that river yet?
Oh, so hold on. Oh, we need that part. We already got it. Hand over the child.
Seems you're still drifting in the middle of the river. That young lady, on the other hand, is far more enlightened than you, Miss Vanessa. If I heard correctly, is that your name?
Among those pointing their guns at him, he spotted a young woman with silver light hair.
Your thinking is very straightforward. Discard what's useless, preserve what's valuable. Now that all the trash is dead, and that Kent too clearly couldn't manage things, along with a bunch of sniveling old folks and children, and that interfering woman.
When mentioning that interfering woman, he spreads out a mouthful of bloody saliva.
Lunatic. Excuse me. Alright, now this child is also a burden.
Hines tightens the grip as he presses the still hot gun barrel against the girl's skin, burning her. Vanessa's expressions turn utterly grim. So the eavesdropper has taken an entrance in our casual chat. The previously unresponsive girl suddenly contorts her entire face after seeing Heinz spit. Extreme rage overtakes her expression. Her innocence instantly replaced by an anger completely inherited by her mother. Yes, sir! Yeah! Yeah! Die! 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 Let him die! Kill him now! Heinz tightens his grip on the girl's neck and smashes his gun butt into her cheek, knocking out her nearly grown permanent teeth.
Burden, don't speak, and the rest of you better not move.
State your demands.
Oh, I already told you. Didn't you understand? I want to see which ideology will triumphant. If you want to save this deadweight, send over that red construct in exchange. I happen to have something to discuss with her.
Heinz gestures towards Vera.
I never asked you for your name before, but the code name Hound suits you well. A sharp blade and obedient dog, both equally useful tools. Hand her over to me, and I won't kill the child.
Hound, trusting him would be the height of stupidity. I don't need you to remind me. Vera quickly surveys her surroundings, but finds nothing noteworthy except for the ruins in every direction. He should have killed everyone by now. Keeping that girl alive means he must have something else planned. He's definitely not just about catching up with an old acquaintance. What is he? A familiar urgency erupts in her chest as her mind becomes a tangled mess, simply standing there, facing off with Heinz is already taking all of her strength.
If I could just take him out with one shot.
Oh, don't you always love trading risk for reward? Haven't you always wanted to be the hero? Didn't you always want to stand at the front of everyone? I mean, come on. Let's see what choice you make.
The human noticed that the double-edged gun shaft in Vera's grip was trembling slightly, her long suppressed rage nearly strong enough to snap the handle in two. That is Vera's stance right before she attacks.
Wait, is she going to attack head on?
A hound!
Oh, let me guess what you're thinking.
Whatever crosses Heinz's mind makes the muttering, deranged old man break into a wild grin.
You must be thinking how to kill me as quickly as possible before I can even pull the trigger so you can save her. Well, too bad. That's the wrong choice.
Shut up! The lance tears through the air, violently impaling Heinz to the chest. A sickening blend of sounds through the air, ribs shattering, heart torn to shreds, spine disintegrating as he instantly is pinned to the death against the vehicle cabin. Heinz spews blood mixed with the tissue fragments as the delicate standoff shatters in an instant, prompting almost everyone to spring into action. People rush toward the cabin filled with the corpses, all trying to pull the girl out. Meanwhile, Heinz manages to fire that bullet anyway, aiming straight ahead. The bullet races toward, traveling against the current of the air torn open by the lance. Only your peripheral vision catches a glimpse of that fleeting shadow, revealing the bullet's true target. Vera! Vera sees the bullet too. Even with her visual model already blurred, she can still make out its trajectory. But she can't dodge it anymore. Who's it hit? Vanessa? The thrown lance nearly depleted all power, her body still locked in a forward-leaning pose. She slowly falls, leaving her unable to dodge the malice originating from her past. Oh shit, he actually hit her. Vera! You roar out her name, darting in front of Vera, the action accompanied by a distorted metallic clang as the bullet pierces through the sample box and strikes directly into your body. Both of you lose your strength and fall, but you still spread your arms, deliberately cushioning the fallen construct's body. The two of you collapse awkwardly onto the ground in the tangled heap. Vera refuses to close her eyes even for a second, trembling as she tears at your jacket and shirt. You've been shot! Meanwhile, a new disaster unfolds, giving no one a moment to catch their breath. No! Everyone stay away from him! What did he hit me with? No one notices that a certain container inside Hyde's stomach has also been blasted into fragments by the attack. His gaze gradually grows cloudy, yet his hoarse voice still reaches everyone's ears through Kent's communication device.
I knew you thought could save.
He's talking to Vera.
Oh, wrong.
His gaze is fixed on the two people collapsed nearby, Vera's hair burning like a fire.
You think you thought you found someone willing to support you? You should have gone back to the mud. To be broken. To be crushed. To be trampled and devoured by countless beasts.
There are many words he wants to pour out to that woman in red, but this is enough. Soon, she'll know that she made the wrong choice.
You deserve this.
Mother Divine's messenger has already illuminated the correct path for me.
Hein's final gaze turns towards the sky. Atop the ruined building, a pair of eyes remains perfectly still, appreciating this catastrophe unfolding directly below. The owner of those eyes seemed to acknowledge Hein's final bow. He raises his arms, steadily pointing at the location not far away. Heinz understands the signals and beginning a new operation.
I did it. The new seed has already.
Like a black hole devouring matter, the putrefaction begins at the center of Heinz' abdomen and spreads like a terrifying speed, consuming his bones, organs, fat, and skin, along with the girl kneeling nearby, howling in despair. Accompanying this suicidal attack, everyone's punishing concentration alarms begin to sound in unison. No! Oh! The child is still in there! That child. Heinz has samples in his body too. Everyone stay back! Sensing danger, getting Wong stops abruptly and firmly grabs the two youngsters still trying to rush forward, yanking them back. Vanessa's hand has already touched the rear panel of the vehicle's compartment. The pain from the concentrated punishing immediately spreads from her fingertips, blood quickly soaking through her glove.
If you want to be corroded until there is nothing left, not even your bones, then just keep standing here.
Vanessa and Simon are quickly dragged away before their eyes. Heinz and the girl moked in the pools of decaying flesh, quickly sliding down the spear Vera had thrown and spreading across the ground. Wow! The human nearby witnessed everything, and their intense emotions finally burst forth.
I shouldn't have.
Shut up! Don't say another word! Vera grits her teeth as she tears open your shirt and examines the gunshot wound. Even she couldn't have imagined this damn scene would play out. Oh, again. Over these past few days, you have already rushed in to shield her from 2 deadly attacks.
If I had taken my mother's guns away, Derry would have had at least one extra gun to fight back against Heinz.
If anyone's to blame, it's... The bullet hole leaves scorched black marks on the human's cloth and skin, but no blood comes out. No blood at all. No blood. Something's blocked it. What blocked the bullet? A sinister thought worms its way into her mind, and she immediately pulls the sample box from your hands. Her strength has waned considerably, but the box still tumbles to the ground from your grip. A pitch-black bullet appears before her eyes, with stabilizing agent rapidly leaking from inside. I was wrong. Granny Wang! A group of corrupted is approaching us! Leia, being a construct, is the first to sense the imminent attack. Corrupted group approaching. They shouldn't be able to catch up this so quickly. There's no time to evacuate.
Regroup immediately, everyone. Prepare to engage.
Granny Wang glances back at the vehicle cabin, where Heinz remains lie as nothing more than a sputtering flood of mangled flesh. It mingles with crimson blood and crimson punishing seeping through the crevices of the surrounding ruins, seeping even deeper. Above it, those who tread upon crimson ground are already trapped in a desperate situation. Perhaps I shouldn't have said those things. Oh, I shouldn't have gotten out the car if I had stayed inside. The electric car driven by Heinz thunders past. Due to the choices made by several young people, it charges back and forth on the track, circling around and crushing every innocent person on each branching path, sparing nobody.
Can someone really utilize punishing to this extent?
With her wealth of experience, Granny Wang firmly believes that this isn't something Heinz could accomplish alone. There must be an existence behind him that far exceeds anything she can imagine supporting this chaos. So now this is where we see Gabriel doing his thing. So Gabriel is the one that's like letting all this happen. That's crazy. Wow. But no one has no time to investigate that now. In the immediate future, just staying alive will be a challenge. Granny Wang lets out a long sigh.
You still have guns in your hands. So raise them. It's time for us to fight back once more.
You two over there, can you still stand? The human and the construct in the distance don't respond. Vera hangs her head, her disheveled hair obscuring her profile, making her expression unreadable. Sheepdog suddenly jumps down and runs to your side, barking frantically at the sample box on the ground, drawing everyone's attention. Led by Granny Wong, the group approaches and quickly notices that the two are frozen in place, staring at the box with an almost manic intensity. From the dark bullet hole in the box, they could almost hear Heinz mocking laughter.
Watch out! Step back!
Granny Wong spots the danger and holds the others back. Vera continues staring at the bullet hole, realizing that Heinz is like a punctuation mark deeply embroidered on the earth. Decades later, on yet another winter day, he is once again telling her that every struggle ends in darkness. Her memory rewinds to a familiar winter night. Dr. Gwyneth, her only friend, became the first victim when the disaster broke out. Afterward, she joined the military forces resisting the punishing virus, voluntarily signed the information consent documents, and bravely underwent modification. From then, her very first battlefield experience as a construct, she struggled with every ounce of her strength. Yet, even when she tore off her own arm to help her teammates, Average Joe and the others still couldn't survive. Even when she was prepared to bear the charge of desertion, Hummingbird and Moth still couldn't survive. Even when she gave everything for this group of foolish comedians, she only pushed the situation toward a worse extreme. The Red-Haired Reaper was a curse. Someone else had seen this truth long before she did.
Your high sharpness too will never be dulled until you reach the dragon ends that awaits you.
Vera glances at the box, clenched teeth grinding together to produce a wet clicking. I refuse to accept this. It's not time to give up. I refuse to accept this ending. She snatches the box in one swift motion. You instinctively grab a hold of the other end. Let go! The stabilizer hasn't completely drained yet. There's still time for you to leave. I'll take the sample to a safe place. The sample cannot be abandoned. This is the last one we have. I admit I made a mistake, but I won't dwell on it. This sample is never going to reach its destination now, and throwing it as far away as possible is the only remedy I can offer. There must be another way! You snatch it back, clutching it tightly and refusing to let go, even as the stabilizer continues to rapidly leak out. This test material! Use that piece for my body! You suddenly look up, meeting Vera's eyes. You said it yourself. It can block punishing more effectively. It can serve as a better protection against punishing. I've got it overcoded on my terminal. You weren't lying to me, were you? You had no reason to lie to me! Vera doesn't answer. She meets your gaze, and you can already see the answer in her eyes. Pop and P, what are you doing? About what just happened, and what's about to happen. I'm a bit upset. But all these emotions will only last for a second. If I hesitate... Hold on! You... Before everyone's shocked eyes, you suddenly press the box firmly against the wound on your abdomen. What are you doing? You've lost your mind! Simon and Vanessa both think their classmate has gone mad, desperately reaching out to grab the sample box. Let me do this! Hearing pain feels like it's tearing up with the wound on their side again. Your grimace in agony, hunching over and curling up in almost a fetal position. Only one sample left. Too important. Getting the sample to the right place for analysis. Can we possibly stop the disaster from spreading? Same choice. Vera receives an answer just like the one she's expected. Her mouth stretches into a smile as she's 2 hunches over, suppressing the flood of emotions threatening to burst form. Finally, all her unspoken reproaches and all the responsibility she wished to shoulder alone transform into a thunderous laughter, echoing in the ruins. That sample has a maximum stability period for 6 hours. Granny Wang, can we make it in time? Granny Wang immediately understands her intention.
We can't make it. The corrupted will catch up to us before we reach the base with analysis capabilities. Fighting while retreating is no longer an option.
But Granny Wang delivers her assessment, definitively yet regrettably honest. What if we hold out the rear and block all the corrupted? From within the crowd, a silver-haired girl throws out these words, simultaneously reaching out and grabbing Vera's arms. Her eyes are rimmed with red, and her gloves seep deep with blood, leaving a shocking crimson handprint on Vera's armor. We haven't even reached the point of writing an after-action report yet, and you're already fantasizing about being the hero? Disgusting. Do you think you're some self-proclaimed savior of the world, expecting all of us to pampered elites from Babylonia to fall in line behind you? I can't stand that self-righteous look on your face. Even if this is my first time on the surface, I refuse to be someone holding you back. She definitely wipes her face defiantly. Just like how you and Leia brought time for the people from the conservation area to retreat. I can do the same. Everyone here will. She sweeps her arm toward the crowd behind her. Every refugee who stood with them has witnessed their perseverance and also beheld the tragedy that unfolds on the vehicle. At this moment, everyone silently gives their answer. They will no longer choose an endless fight with no destination. Mrs. Wang, isn't this enough?
Concentrate all of our resources on one transport vehicle.
Granny Wang enters her command and the people begin to move, silent and resolute as they act swiftly.
Even with the best preparations and buying as much time as possible, the transport vehicle can only travel a short distance more, not enough to reach the destination. There will definitely be a stretch of road you'll have to travel by yourself.
I can carry that person on my back while running. Factor my speed into your calculations.
No, in your current condition, you can't achieve a construct's normal movement speed.
I can reach that speed. Vera tries to prop herself up using the weapon, but she can barely lift her head. I've already tried it. The conscious connection with that person established with me. It works. As long as the connection is maintained, I can move. Then, Granny Wang turns toward you, suffering alone.
To fulfill your wish, to fulfill everyone's wishes, you must. I need Vera.
You grip the rope connecting to you and Vera.
Please help us. Delay the corrupted as long as possible.
Oi! They're here! The horde of corrupted drawn behind to the unknown method appears on the horizon. They flow to the crevices of these ruins, surging forward like a flood. Granny Wang removes the sniper rifle from her shoulder.
Alright, Shepard and I are good to go. It's been a while since I fought like this. Reminds me of the days in the cargo crew.
Oh! Wait a minute, was she in Noah's Ark?
Come on, get up. We need to move right now.
Granny Wang reaches out, placing her hand on Vera's shoulder. Her arm, hardened from years of handling rifles, remains steady and strong. Vera thrusts her weapons onto the ground, trying to pull herself up, but the days of constant running, repeatedly pushing her frame to its breaking point, have left her strength almost completely drained. She struggles openly, only to fall. She tries again, only to fall again. Get up! She falls, she rises, falls, and rises again. All the while struggling toward that person. Leia, give me a hand! You two owe debts of gratitude that can never be repaid. Understand? Vanessa refuses to help. Instead, she draws her sidearm and leads the still armed refugees forward without a backwards glance. I will ensure everyone's survival. That's my promise. Even if the rest of the world perishes, I'll ensure at least a handful of us survive. As for you all, even if you are suffocated by the weight of responsibility, even if you must run until your last breath, you must absolutely cannot let our efforts go to waste. Holy shit, what is happening? Vera collapses one last time. This has to be her last. Yo! Holy shit! She finally accepts help from others, lying on her back at the center of the group, allowing them to support her limbs and weapons as they all strain forward together. Dude! They lift her up together. Wow! A hero needs a sharp blade. So if they lift their swords before them. Getting connection. I've been thinking lately. I realize that time and experience shape who we become. Everyone around you supports you, while everyone around me lost their lives because of me. So your instinct is to give, while mine is to take. She has long seen her fate written in the stars. Born from misfortune, bringing suffering wherever she goes. Only by continuously swallowing pain can she stomach the harsh reality she creates. Do you understand? We're walking different paths, completely different from each other, Pop and P. Vanessa was wrong too. I have no interest in being a hero. Countless hands lift her before you. She gazes at the hand reaching out to her and blinks slowly. Look, you're the hero. You can draw everyone's attention and admiration to yourself, shining so brightly, it's almost annoying. I've been wavering all along, reluctantly continuing this relay with you, not wanting to sacrifice myself for some grand purpose. But now, She watches you writhe in pain, repeatedly recalling the moment they used their own flesh and blood to fill the gap. She knows all too well that you are a modern Icarus, who will attempt to cross the sea with waxen wings, but the harsh rays of reality will surely melt them, sending you plummeting into the deepest trenches of the unfeeling waters. Who is Icarus?
In Greek mythology, Icarus was the son of the master craftsman Daedalus, the architect of the labyrinth of Crete. Shall I continue?
Really? What? Hold on. They're doing Greek mythology here, so I'm invested in now. Warned Icarus not to fly too low, or the water would be soak the feathers and choose, and not to fly close to the sun, or the heat will melt the wax. Icarus ignored the daily instructions not to fly too close to the sun, causing the beeswax in its lungs to melt. Icarus fell from the sky, plunged into the sea, and drowned. The myth gave rise to the idiom, fly too close to the sun. In some versions tell the tale of Daedalus and Icarus escaped the ship. Really? Okay. So... Huh. Icarus is the consequence of excessive ambition. Relationship between fascination and fire. There's a person up front. Okay. Huh. Interesting. Okay, here we go. I refuse to accept this. The mind beacon descends once more, sending a piercing pain into her mind as if transmitting the agony this person is currently enduring. A familiar pain races through her limbs and fingertips as she gradually awakens. Her strength returning with it, slowly she clenches her fist. Come here. She understands completely. Take a piece of flesh from my body of mine. Disaster. Okay, so I'm curious to know what the hell that serum is. That's what concerns me, is what the hell is That's what concerns me, is what the hell is in the serum or in that container? Because we thrust it into me. But I wonder if it's like the first blood or samples of like a special serum for us to be able to do mind deviation, like deep mind connection. I wonder if that's what it is. I wonder if it's like the first mind, like deep mind connection. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure what that is. Hopefully we learn more about it so that way I can figure out what the fuck the box is. But anyhow, that's gonna do it for tonight's stream. We made good progress. We made really good progress. I believe we're past 50% now. Oh, never mind. We're right at 50%. So Not bad. Not bad at all. Right at 50%. That's pretty damn good. Not gonna lie. Pretty damn good. So we're at 50% with Sparks to Wildfire. And we're gonna be hopefully get close to finishing it on Thursday, and then we will probably realistically finish it on Saturday. So Saturday we will be finishing Vera's chapter. And then from there we go into the main story. And after that we do the floating records too. So that will be very interesting. So realistically, we might be caught up. We'll probably be caught up by the middle of November, maybe towards the end of November. So going into December, we should be caught up completely, which will be nice. Which will be very nice for if that happens. And I did say I wanted to get caught up before winter or by the start of winter, so that's not terrible at all. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna do it for tonight. We made really good progress. I thank you all so much for being here. I'm gonna go be finishing up the short film. Like I said, all I gotta do now is final mix and make sure the audio levels are good. And it'll be out tomorrow. I'm not sure what time, but it'll be out tomorrow. And then from there, I figure out what short film I want to do next. And yeah. Really crazy how far we've come. So far, I like this chapter a lot. Like I said, it's still 50-50 on whether or not I want to do the short film. I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. So, anywho, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to let you all go. I don't want to keep you guys here any more longer than needed. Thank you all so much for being here. You all did not have to come here to spend some time with me, and you guys chose to. Time is the most precious currency we have, and I thank you so much for that. And yeah, I will see you all on Thursday. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for watching. I will see you all Thursday night, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, where we will be continuing on with Vera's floating record. Until then, have a good morning, have a good afternoon, and have a good evening. I'll see you all then. I'm out. Peace!